Okay. Let's see if we're getting back on YouTube here with a better connection all the way. I'm really sorry I lost everybody there. But we're coming back. We're coming back. We're coming back on there, guys. I'm so sorry. But we've got a better connection now. It should be a lot better. Welcome back. Did they give him Missouri? I already had it. We had Missouri a long time ago. So it's 147 for Trump, 109 for Clinton. Let everybody know at YouTube we're back. Try to let them all get reconnected there. We do have a better connection. We got a good connection now. And we should be okay the rest of the night. I'm really sorry that I had to completely go all the way down. It's awful. Yeah, I know we had over 1,000 people, and we had to go completely down and pull it all the way back up. But folks will show back up. They'll come back. Just when they see it's back on, they'll run back over here because who wants to watch the talking heads? Are you serious? Who wants to watch the talking heads? It's just unbelievable. Oh, by the way, Trump is leading by 1.1 million votes on the. It's 49 to 47% on the popular vote right now. It's Trump 26,240,000. It's Clinton 25,157,000 or 154. So it's 49 to 47. Trump leads the popular vote. And we're coming back on here. Coming back on here. Sure hope we didn't lose that first part, but I'm pretty sure they upload it for me on YouTube automatically. So we're waiting on Texas, but I think they just now gave Texas finally, and they just give Trump Wyoming. And they just get, well, he already had Arkansas. He already had Wyoming, but I think they just gave him Texas. He's had Texas forever, so it's about time to give him Texas. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Florida, 95% in, 49% Trump, 47.8 Clinton.
40, give me those numbers again.
49% Trump, 47.8 Clinton, with 95% in.
So 95% of the vote is in Florida. It's Trump 49%, Clinton 47.8%, with 95% of the vote in. That's incredible. Just incredible. Wow, I was trying to.
What's incredible is Virginia, 80%.
47.6.
47.6, Clinton 47.3.
Virginia is Trump 40 what? 7.6. Clinton 47.3 with 80% of the vote in. Oh my Lord. That is supposed to be a Clinton victory for sure. Rhonda says Texas has been called. Fox still won't throw it up there because Megyn Kelly must have her finger on the button, and she doesn't really want to put those 38 electoral votes up there for Trump right now.
According to Fox online, he's got it.
Yeah, even Fox there in the corner says he did. I think that must be Fox online over there. But the main guys don't want to give it to him. Brett Human even looks nervous. Brett Human. Tucker Carlson is smiling and laughing. That's a good sign, Hattie. Tucker's smiling and laughing. That's a good sign. It's a good sign, isn't it? Real good sign. They said I'm not on YouTube. But I show that I am married. There's 333 people there. I'm on YouTube. It's folks may have to refresh, and but we are definitely live at YouTube. We're live. We are definitely live at YouTube. 333 people are there. Folks are coming back. You'll have to refresh. You got to tell the folks to refresh out there. Okay, so Fox still hasn't given Texas to Trump. Not the main Fox channel, but the Fox Online has. I don't know why they're holding it back. I got a feeling they just don't want to show him with this commanding lead. Because that's 38 delegates, you know? So
What do they have him up there?
they have him 147 to 109. But
That's what we have with Texas.
no, that's without Texas.
Where are you seeing this?
I mean, I got them wrote down right here, every one of them that he's won. I got 147 without Texas. I have 8 for Kentucky, 11 for Indiana is 19, 5 for West Virginia is 24, 9 for South Carolina is 33, 11 for Tennessee is 44, 10 for Missouri is 54, 6 for Mississippi is 60, 7 Oklahoma 67, 9 Alabama 76. North Dakota puts us at 79, South Dakota is at 82, Kansas is at 88, Wyoming is 91, Arkansas is 97, Louisiana is 105, and Texas is 143, and it must be Nebraska, the other 4. So you're right, Texas, he is. Duh. The panhandle looks like its voting is now 100% Trump, says Vicky. So it's 147 for Trump, 109 for Clinton in the electoral votes, and we continue to hang on. I'm still trying to figure out Nebraska, and I'm missing 4 electoral votes for Trump. It must be Nebraska, and they must. There's 5 total in Nebraska. Is that a split state? I know that Maine is, but I wasn't sure about Nebraska, Heidi. If that's a split state or what. Yes, Trump takes Tornado Alley. Totally. You're right there. You're totally right. The King is Coming is telling me now that Hillary is up by 5,763 votes in Virginia with 82% of the vote in, Heidi. So they must have just added a couple more percentage of the vote.
47.5 to 47.3, Clinton, 82%.
So 47.5 to 47 point what? 3. Clinton now leads. Virginia with 82% in. Wow. So Florida, Virginia, Ohio, North Carolina, still up for grabs, and New Hampshire, still up for grabs. Have they ever given Trump Georgia? Not yet, huh?
It's only 45%, but he's got 58.1 to Clinton 39.
So there's some slow counting. Billy Night Train says that Trump's about ready to win Wisconsin.
50% Trump, 44.8 Clinton, with only 26%.
Okay, still only 26%. So Billy, we're gonna have to wait a little bit.
Same with Michigan, only 22% in, but Trump has 50.4 and Clinton 44.
So the numbers are about the same. 50% for Trump, 44% for Clinton in both Wisconsin and in Michigan.
I think they need to. Ohio has 66% in, Trump 53%, Clinton 42.6.
You're thinking that they should go ahead and give that one to Trump, aren't you? It's a good sign to see, though, Trump's got an early lead in Wisconsin and in Michigan, but we still got, I'm sure, the Milwaukee votes for Wisconsin to come in yet. And in Michigan, I'm sure they're holding back the Detroit votes, okay? And that's, again, the strategy. They'll hold those back. Those will be the last ones they throw in. And so we're going to have to wait and see. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Those are areas controlled by those are Democratic cities, just like in Florida, down there, Dade County. Yeah. Richmond is holding back for Virginia. Detroit's holding back for Michigan. Milwaukee will hold back for Wisconsin. I can tell you this without I can just tell you. And probably North Carolina, you're still probably going to have to deal with Charlotte and Raleigh are probably both holding back in North Carolina to see what they need to do to shake out the end. That to me is the biggest struggle that we face. It's not the votes for Trump. I think Trump's going to get the votes. It's can we beat the system? Can we beat these cities and these key battleground states? Can we win? Can we get a true count? Do we know how that's going to get wind up at the end? Are they going to throw it the last second? So that's where the prayers are going tonight. That's where the prayers. Clinton just picked up, and she's up to 122, Heidi. So what did she just win? Clinton just won a state. She just picked up 22. Let's see, 109. Just picked up 13. Who'd they give it to? They gave it to Virginia. They gave Hillary Virginia. How could you give Virginia? They give her Virginia when Trump's leading. Oh.
47.3 and she's got 47.5.
Well, that's a tie. Isn't it a little? 2% in. Don't you gotta wait? Okay, now they just gave her Utah. So Hillary gets Utah. She picks up those 6. And they've just given Hillary Virginia, even though it's a dead heat with 82% of the vote in. And what? CNN still holding on. Nevada's still too early, but boy, I thought Trump was in there in Virginia, and they've just called that one, and that must be the Richmond votes are coming in, and they know she's going to win. Trump though just picked up 3 more. He must have just won something else. He went from 147 to 150. So what'd they just give him? Hang on, everybody. It's happening so quickly here. So let's see here what we got. I just lost this website that I was using. It was really working great. So they gave Trump wins Montana, Heidi. That's what they just gave him. That must be 3. And Virginia, I don't know how much Virginia is. Virginia's 13. So Hillary goes to 122. Is that right? Yeah. Virginia put Hillary at 122, but what about Utah? So they must not have given her Utah. Okay. So why did they put that up there? I just saw it go up there. Maybe they must be planning on giving it to her down the road, is all I can figure. Trump's at 150 because he just got Montana, and that's 3 votes there. Clinton just picks up Virginia, but I'd like to know how she got Virginia when it's a dead heat with still 12% of the vote to go. CNN hasn't given Virginia to Hillary. Fox has, though. Fox is trying to help push it along, I guess. Amazing to me. Heidi, 97% check Florida. Vicky's down there in Florida. She says 97% of the vote is in Florida, and it's Trump 49. It's Trump 49, Hillary 48. What do you?
I still have 95%, so
She might be getting a local count down there in Florida. Melissa says no. We're only at 92.2% Virginia. Guys, how do you just give Virginia to Hillary? I don't know if it's over. There may need to be a recount in Virginia. No, she doesn't. You got to get the votes. You got to get the votes. It's an unbelievable night tonight, and Billy Nitrain says Virginia has 83% of the vote is. And yet Fox News has already called for, but guess what? Has not called it for Hillary Clinton. Yes, New Mexico did go to Hillary Clinton. It's been called for her on Fox, but not CNN. So here you go. You have Fox News has called it for, but CNN has not called New Mexico, and CNN has not called Virginia. They've left both those still open and are not ready to call it. Now it's 10 o'clock. It's just turned. It's 10:06 Eastern. So there's more polls that are closing. We should find out some more information here. And according to Fox, it's 150 to 122 on the electoral vote. CBS News, thank you, Allison. CBS News Heidi says that it's too close to call for Nevada. Too close to call Nevada. That's a big one there. Trump is trying to take Nevada. That one. Zach says he's got 136. It's 150, Zach, right now. If you're with Fox News, it is 150 to 122, but not CNN. CNN is saying it's 150, and they're not giving Hillary Virginia or New Mexico. They're saying it's too close. Now, Vicky says Florida is 99% done, and it is Trump 49, Clinton 48. North Carolina is showing Trump 50, Hillary 47. And that's getting late in the game, isn't it? 83%. 80.
Ohio, 53% Trump, 42% Clinton with 70%.
Ohio's got how much? What's the score in Ohio?
53.1 Trump, 42.5 Clinton.
Wow, with 70% in? That's a pretty big lead for Trump in Ohio. Trump is leading in Florida with 90, maybe as much as 99% of the vote in. Trump is leading in Virginia, but Fox News has given Virginia to Hillary, but not CNN. They have not given it to Hillary. Trump is leading in Ohio with a nice lead with 70% of the vote in. Trump is leading in North Carolina late in the game here. Trump has won Kentucky, Indiana, West Virginia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Missouri, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Alabama, North Dakota, South Dakota, Kansas, Wyoming, Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, Montana, and Nebraska. I can't figure out if he won Nebraska or not. And still waiting to find out on that one. Florida does approve medical marijuana, Heidi. They just passed that. Florida. There's, I think, 5 or 6 states voting on marijuana in this election. Trump did win Kansas, yes. North Texas, Wyoming, Louisiana. Yep. Hillary has won Vermont, Illinois, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Maryland, Delaware, Washington, D.C., Rhode Island, New York, and Connecticut. And Fox News says Hillary has won New Mexico and Virginia. CNN says no, not yet, on New Mexico and Virginia. North Carolina, still a dogfight. Ohio, Trump's got about an 8% lead, but it's still not over. Florida is razor close, but Trump might win this thing. He's got like a 1% lead. New Hampshire is a dead heat. And Virginia, Trump leads, but they're giving it to Clinton, but CNN says no. It's kind of weird. And New Mexico, Fox gives that one to Clinton, but CNN says no. And so the Fox News count is 150 Donald Trump, 122 Hillary Clinton. Now we're past the 10. Here we go, North Carolina. Trump, 50%, Clinton, 47%, and that's with 70% of the votes in. Trump just might take North Carolina. That is huge. That is huge. So it's just kind of amazing what's going on here. I want to say hi to everybody at New Livestream. And everybody, how many folks are at New Livestream? Melissa, can you give me that count real fast up there? I want to say hi to everybody at New Livestream. And I just want to say hi to all of you guys at Roku Satellite Television, New Livestream, and Roku Satellite Television. I just want to say hi to you guys. Welcome to the broadcast here tonight. And wow, things are getting very interesting here. Very, very interesting. They say that Florida, Heidi, is now at 98.9% of the vote is in. I don't know. I don't know if that's people in Florida looking at a local, because Fox is not showing that. CNN's not showing that. New Hampshire, 41% of the vote is in. It's Trump 48, Clinton 46.
I have 44% in over here in New Hampshire. 48.5 Trump, 46.3 Clinton.
All right. So you got 44% of the vote in, and Trump has the lead, 48-44, with 44% of the vote in. No, you got 48-46, I guess, with 44% of the vote in New Hampshire. Trump's ahead. Trump's ahead big time in Ohio with 73% of the vote in, at what, 53 to 42.
They're telling me that Teresa, she says, tell you that the Dow is down 500 points.
The Dow today? Because the Dow is closed.
I knew they were having trouble with the
The
Dow.
Dow is closed.
Yeah,
Did we finish 500 points down today? Trump is leading North Carolina, folks. Trump is leading Ohio.
I have somebody in Colorado saying the voting machines, the voting machines are down.
Trump is leading North Carolina. Trump is leading Ohio. Trump is leading Florida. Trump is leading New Hampshire. Trump is leading Virginia, but they gave Virginia to Hillary Clinton. Fox News did. They're saying that Trump still leads, Heidi, in Florida, that 99.2% of the vote is in Florida and Trump still leads. Now, I don't know where they're getting this statistic. Can you tell me where you're getting that in Carta Warrior? Can you tell us where you're getting that? Mary's got 99% also, and it's 49-48. Trump leads Clinton. He's leading her by 140,000, almost 140,000 votes. So in Carta Warrior, thank you so much. Trump's on the verge of winning it unless that last percent, where's that last percent going to come from? Is that Dade County? Check this out, Wisconsin. Trump leading in Wisconsin right now, 48-47. Jay-Z can't be found. Jay-Z and Beyonce. Katy Perry at a Clinton rally. LeBron James. I think he's playing basketball now. Trump is leading in North Carolina with 70% of the vote in. It's Trump 50%, Hillary Clinton 47. In New Hampshire, thank you, Zach. It's Trump 49, Clinton 47. There's a lot of long faces. I'm sitting there looking at Fox News, and I'm seeing people stunned. The only guy laughing is Tucker Carlson. The only one smiling. Megyn Kelly looks like she just ate a grape, sour grape, and Brett Hume's crying. If he's not crying, he's just. Brett Baer does have a smile. And now Karl Rove is, and boy, Juan Williams looks bad. Juan Williams looks like he lost his puppy. Like he got ran over in the road or something happened bad. Lost his puppy. So Fox News is struggling. I think they're kind of they're struggling over there because they thought they'd be already celebrating. They thought the balloons. Hillary's going to have a victory celebration in New York City with a big ballroom down in Manhattan that has a glass ceiling.
I'm watching Arizona.
That might be bulletproof. It may not break.
50% in, Trump 48.6, Clinton 46.8.
Arizona?
Pretty close, yeah.
Trump's leading in Arizona with what, 50%? That's huge, though. So, okay, see if I got this right. 50-48 with 50% of the vote in. So Trump is leading in Arizona, close.
48.6 to 46.8.
Okay, 48.6 to 46.8. So almost 2% lead, 50% of the vote in. Trump leads Arizona. Trump is leading in North Carolina by about 3%. Trump is leading in Ohio by about 8%. Trump is leading in Florida by 1%, and at 99% of the vote is in. Trump is leading in New Hampshire by 2%. Trump is losing. Now, Clinton is ahead of Trump by 20,000 votes in Virginia, Heidi, with 94% of the votes in. But they've already given it to Hillary at Fox, but not CNN. And that's why CNN has it. Hillary leads by 20,000 votes with 6% of the vote left to go. Now, Billy Night Train is saying that in Colorado, Trump is leading.
With how much percent? Because I got 63% here in Clinton.
I can't understand it. He says Colorado 48%, then it's got a little C, and then he's got 43 and a T. I think it means 48% Clinton, 43% Trump. So Colorado with Clinton is leading then.
Yeah, I have 63% in Clinton, 48.
And has anybody counted the deplorables yet? Have they counted the deplorables yet? Because I think if you count the deplorables, Trump wins by a landslide, according to Hillary. Have we got a deplorable vote? Trump may win this because of the deplorables. Because if we get those counted, it's over. Just go by Hillary's count of deplorables, it's over. Let's see. New Hampshire, Trump's leading by about 3%. So Heidi, let's check your numbers. Let's start with North Carolina. What do you have?
North Carolina, we have 83% in.
Okay, let me write this. Let me jot real fast. NC. 83% of the vote is in. What do you got?
50.5.
50.5 Trump.
Clinton 46.9.
Clinton 46.9. That's a nice lead for Trump. Ohio. What do you got in Ohio?
74% in.
74% of the vote is in.
Trump 53.4.
Trump 53.4. Clinton 42%.
What was that?
That was Ohio. Florida. What do you have in Florida?
I only still have that 95%, but Trump 49.2 and Clinton 47.7.
Trump 49.2, Clinton 47.7. Heidi's still sitting at 95% of the vote in. Other people have 99% of the vote in. Heidi, what do you have with New Hampshire?
New Hampshire has 45% of the vote in. 48.7 Trump, 46.1 Clinton.
48.7 Trump. Clinton's what? 46% Clinton. That's New Hampshire with 45% of the vote in. Trump leads there. What about Virginia? What do you have?
Virginia, I have 85% in.
Okay.
Clinton 48.1. Trump 46.8.
Clinton 48.1. Trump 46.8. And that's with 85% of the vote in. Heidi has Clinton leading there. Arizona, Heidi, what do you have there?
I have 52% of the vote
52% of the vote
in.
in.
Trump 48.9.
Trump 48.9.
Clinton 46.4.
Clinton 46.4. Trump has a nice lead, but it's still early. 52% of the vote is in Arizona. Okay. What do you have? Do you have anything on Georgia? What's going on with Georgia?
49% of the vote in.
Georgia's 49% is in.
Trump 56.8.
Trump 56.8.
Clinton 40.5.
Clinton 40.5. So, folks, the delegate count right now at Fox News is Trump 150, Clinton 122. We have that Clinton has won Vermont, Illinois, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Maryland, Delaware, Washington, D.C., Rhode Island, New York, Connecticut, New Mexico, and Virginia, according to Fox News. But New Mexico and Virginia, CNN has not given that yet to Clinton. Trump has won Kentucky, Indiana, West Virginia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Missouri, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Alabama, North Dakota, South Dakota, Kansas, Wyoming, Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, Montana, and here's the battleground states, or here's the battle. North Carolina, Heidi has 83% of the vote is in. It's Trump 50.5, Clinton 46.9. That's North Carolina. Ohio, 74% of the vote is in. It's Trump 53.4, Clinton 42%. In Florida, with, I don't know, 95 to 99% of the vote is in. It is Trump 49.2, Clinton 47.7. Wow. New Hampshire, with only 45% of the vote in, Trump's leading 48.7 to 46%. In Virginia, with 85% of the vote in, it is Clinton leading 48.1, Trump 46.8. In Arizona, with 52% of the vote in, it is Trump 48.9, Clinton 46.4. And in Georgia, with 49% of the vote in, it is Trump 56.8, Clinton 40.5. If Trump, now I've got to pull up another map here on what this means as far as the delegate count. Okay, I want to welcome all 1,106 of you. We're praying that we have no problems anymore with the connections. Okay, if it happens, let me just say now, if we lose the connection, know that we will get it back. We will just reset it and get it back. There could be a 2, 3, 5-minute delay even. Don't worry, hang in there. It's going to be this. If I'm looking at what I'm looking at, if the trend continues, folks, what I'm looking at, it's very possible Donald Trump is going to become the next president of the United States if the trend continues. But we're not done yet, because there's the sandbag effect that I call it. Now they're saying that Trump's now at 168. Heidi, they must have just gave him something. That's 18 more electoral votes. We got to find out. Ohio. They've just given him Ohio. Donald Trump wins Ohio. That's huge. Do you know that whoever wins Ohio wins the presidency every time but once in history? Just saying. Just saying. Ohio's a pretty important state there. Donald Trump wins Ohio. Huge. I'm looking for my map that tells me how many delegates each. Does it? Yeah. Well, yeah, real fast. I want to ask you a couple questions on that. You got that map handy? Okay. So how did he go from 150 to 160? Oh, it's because he wins Ohio. Okay, so Trump wins Ohio. He picks up that 18. That is huge. And that puts him at 168 right now. Heidi, we're looking at the ties and the closeness. Tell me, how many delegates are in North Carolina? 15. Trump is leading 50.5 to 46.9 in North Carolina with 15 delegates at stake. Florida, how many are there? 29? Trump is leading by 1% with approximately somewhere between 4 and 1% left to count. And we're still trying to figure out. These guys have got 99%. You've got still 95. The Dow did fall. Now they've just given Hillary Clinton. She's up to 131. They've just given her a state. Does anybody know what state they just gave her? They've just given Clinton a state. She's now at 131. They just gave it to Colorado. It was to Colorado. Colorado, Heidi. They just gave it to Hillary. What do you have on the Colorado vote? So Hillary goes to 131 out of 120. She picked up 9. She picks up Colorado. Heidi, what's New Hampshire? That's 4. I know that one. 4. What's Virginia? How many votes is Virginia? 13. Arizona. 11 in Arizona. And Georgia.
Georgia is
16 in Georgia. And 9 in Colorado. And they've given Colorado to Hillary. 64% of the vote is in Colorado. What's your score? 48 point something Clinton. 7 Clinton. And what's Trump? 43.8. So Fox News has given Colorado to Clinton. And she picks up those 9 delegates, and that puts Clinton at 131 and Trump at 168. But Trump is leading in North Carolina, Florida, New Hampshire, and Virginia. But CNN has already given Virginia. No, I'm wrong. Trump is leading in North Carolina, Florida, New Hampshire, Arizona, and Georgia. Clinton is leading in Virginia. Virginia has been given to her already by Fox, but CNN still hasn't. Okay, but Virginia has already been given to Hillary. Hillary's at 131. That includes Virginia and New Mexico, even though CNN has not given Hillary Virginia and New Mexico. Trump is ahead 168 to 131. And he is leading in North Carolina. He is leading in Florida. He is leading in New Hampshire. And he is leading in Arizona. He is leading in Georgia. So we've got a situation here. Tell me these numbers. Let's go to Michigan. 32% of the vote is in Michigan. 48.6 Trump. 46.4 Clinton. That's Michigan. Wisconsin. 42% of the vote is in. 48.5 Trump. 46.3 Clinton. How many electoral votes is Michigan? 16 is Michigan. How many is Wisconsin? 10 is Wisconsin. I can tell you, Trump takes Michigan and Wisconsin and finishes off North Carolina and wins Florida. He's already got Ohio. He can lose Colorado. He can lose Virginia, as they already say he has. He'll win the presidency. Because if you take Michigan and Wisconsin, those are supposed to be blue. That's 26 delegates that are supposed to be blue. He can even lose New Hampshire, but he leads in New Hampshire. So hang in there, Michelle of New Hampshire. Are we witnessing a miracle? A come from behind? Are we watching, or was Trump leading all the time? That these polls were saying Hillary was always up by 7 and 8%, and nationally. Hillary was leading, and Hillary's leading, and Hillary's going to win it, and it's Hillary's got it won, and Hillary's leading. She's up 14%, and Trump, blah, blah, blah. I mean, was that all a lie? Was those polls all lying to us? Or in the last 2 weeks, was there a shift? Was the James Comey revelation? Was the WikiLeaks leaking every day? Was the corruption? Was the cooking, the spirit cooking? Was the satanic stuff? Was it God speaking to the hearts of the American people? And folks started listening to the Holy Spirit and said, wow, I got to go vote for Trump. We can't put this corruption. We can't put this filthiness. We can't put this wickedness. I mean, is that what's happening? Did the people listen? What's going on here? Hillary Clinton has won Colorado. She has won Virginia. She has won New Mexico. She's at 131. Trump's at 168. Heidi, the polls are going to close in 25 minutes in California, Hawaii, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. Now we know what's going to happen. Hillary will win some of those states, and Trump will win some of those states. Hillary's going to pick up those 55. That's going to put her in the lead. Right now, do you see the popular vote? It's Trump 35.6 million, 35.7 million, Clinton 33.9 million. It's 49.1 Trump, 46.7 Clinton. Trump is leading the popular vote by almost 2 million votes. He's ahead by 1.8 million votes in the popular vote. Amazing. Can we get Florida in the bag? Is Florida over with, or are we still holding on? It's still 99. Don't forget about Hawaii. Hawaii is going to go to Clinton probably. But amazing situation here tonight. Just an amazing. Still don't know which way this thing's going to go because we can't get Florida put to bed. We got to get North Carolina put to bed. We got to get New Hampshire and Arizona and Georgia. Those states got to fall all into the red column. And then maybe Trump pulls a miracle off in either Michigan or Wisconsin or both of them. Wow. Are you serious? Angela Jones says the New York Times says they think Trump has an 86% chance of winning the presidency. And they don't like Trump. 86% according to Angela Jones. Thank you, Angela. In Wyoming, a blowout. Trump 71%, Hillary 21%. They really don't like Hillary out there. Let's face it. Wisconsin, Heidi, 46% of the vote is in. It's Trump 49, Clinton 46. Hang in there. Don't bite the nails, Tammy Nichols. Don't bite the nails. Idaho. Look what Melanie and Caleb are doing out there in Idaho. Trump 81%, Hillary 21%. Now, really, it's probably 80-20 because that'd be 102%, but 80-20 probably. Wow. Are you serious, Billy Night Train? I hope you guys are enjoying tonight's This feels a little better this time than 4 years ago with Mitt Romney, doesn't it? It really didn't go well with Mitt Romney. It was really not. Romney didn't have a chance. Ohio, big win for Donald Trump in Ohio. I mean, it's a big win. I remember 3 weeks ago they said Ohio was Hillary's. I tell you, the media has lied to the people repeatedly for months and months and months, and these polls lying. They have lied. They have lied. It's unbelievable. They have lied, and the people are responding. Just amazing what's going on here. Well, keep praying, church. Keep praying and keep voting out west. Come on, Arizona. And just amazing, really. Just amazing. So it's what about Pennsylvania? Heidi, do you have any numbers on Pennsylvania? What's going on there? She's supposed to win Pennsylvania, but 54% of the vote is in.
Clinton has 50.4.
50.4 to Clinton.
Trump has 46.2.
Trump's at 46.2. Still, and how many delegates are in that one?
Pennsylvania's 20.
Pennsylvania's 20. Now, Hillary is supposed to win that one. That is a blue state. And she does have the lead. But Trump's still not out of the woods there. We'll just hang on and see what happens there. But boy, Michigan and Wisconsin. If Those go red. They were supposed to go blue. That that is huge. That is huge. And what about Colorado? Even though she got it, New Mexico, Hillary got, but boy, it looks like Utah. What about Utah? Do you got something for me on Utah? Arizona, though, you do have 52% of the vote in, and you're showing Trump with the lead in Arizona. So we're 168, 131.
This one has 54% of the vote in for Arizona, 49 Trump, 46.3 Clinton.
All right. Trump at 49, Clinton at 46.3.
Utah only has 8% in, but it does have Trump winning at 51%.
Okay. So it seems like the counting has slowed down now that when you're talking Florida and North Carolina. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I mean, why can't we get the Florida's been setting at 90, almost 99% forever. I think Trump has won it, and I think that they don't want to give it up because if you announce right now Trump won, it affects the voting out west. It affects the mentality in Arizona. It affects what's going on, even maybe in Oregon or Washington or somewhere. Because now that Michigan and Wisconsin, Trump has the lead, it affects the mentality. You know, the sweep is beginning to happen, and so let me go to Wisconsin. How much is in 48%? And you got Trump 48.4 and Clinton 46. Paul Ryan, yeah, Trump's ahead by 2% right now with almost half the votes counted. And what if Paul Ryan would have really been going gun-ho to help Trump win Wisconsin? Trump would have won Wisconsin out pretty easily, and he still may win. Just think if Mitt Romney would have helped Trump. Just think about this. Just think if the Bushes would have really got on fire and helped Trump. They'd have put him over the top in Florida without any problem. Trump is trying to win this election. Yeah. Trump's trying to win this election without the help of the Democrat Party. The Bushes, John McCain, the Romneys, the establishment. Mitch McConnell, what an empty suit. Paul Ryan, empty suits. They all go AWOL. Now, Paul Ryan come back at the last second and said, I voted for Trump. Let's try to help Trump Pence. You know, I'll give him that. A little too late, but he showed up at the 11th hour. But just think if the establishment would have went ahead and said, okay, we don't like it, but we're going to do it with Trump. But see, these guys would rather Clinton be in charge. They would rather Clinton win the election, which is just unbelievable to me. What hypocrites. But I think this is it. If Trump can win this election without the Bushes, he can bury the Bushes, they're done. He can say, goodbye, Mitt Romney, go away. He can say, John McCain, time to retire. He can say to Paul Ryan, you're not in charge. He can say to Mitch McConnell, you're done. And he can definitely say to Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid, please go do something else. And the Clintons can be out of our hair for eternity. And we can see Obama drift away for a little while. I mean, this is what I'm trying to say. This can put the people, the United States of America, the people can finally say there's hope. Pennsylvania, Heidi, what do you got here? Trump leading, or is it Clinton? Okay. Well, she's supposed to win it, and maybe she's going to. Hillary picked up the District of Columbia. That's the other 4 there. Thank you. Did she just now pick that up, or did she already have it? Huh? She already had it, okay. So it's 168, 131. Thank you. I got to just write it down because I didn't write that down. There it is, Washington, D.C. I think those are 3, Washington, D.C. Want to say hi to everybody. I don't know. Does anybody get a count of how many folks we got over hanging out with us at new live stream for me? I've been trying to get that.
According to this now, North Carolina has 90% in.
going to win North Carolina. Trump 50.7, Clinton 46.5. 90% of the vote is in North Carolina. Let's hope they're not sandbagging, and even if they are, they may not be able to pull it off. Wisconsin, Trump is leading 49-46. Thank you, Miss ZD. 419 are with us live at new live stream at this late hour. So good to see you guys at new live stream. Roku satellite, those of you watching live. I'm in New Jersey tonight, leaving in the morning for Israel. And I might come back. I might not, but I might come back, okay? I feel like I might come back to this country. And it might still be America. As a matter of fact, by the time I get back, this might really be America, okay? Anyway, I want to say hi to everybody at New Live Stream and everybody at Roku Satellite Television. Also, we got all you folks over here in YouTube Live. We got over 1,200, Heidi, and 49 people at YouTube Live. Are you serious? Great to see all you guys hanging out with us tonight. Uh-oh, Trump has picked up some more. They've given him something because he's at 183. What happened here? Hang on. They're getting ready to make a major call, she said. Trump's won North Carolina. Trump just won North Carolina. Wow, that's 15 more, and that's what puts him up to 183, Heidi. Trump's at 183. He just won North Carolina. Are you serious? That one's big. That one's huge. That is huge. That was one of the battleground states. Trump wins North Carolina. He's at 183. Hillary is at 131. Big win. Way to go, Tar Heels. Way to go. Clinton's been at 131 for a while. Yeah, she won. She won Colorado. She won New Mexico. She won Virginia. Even though CNN has yet to give her Virginia and New Mexico. Megyn Kelly makes the big announcement that Trump won North Carolina. Way to go, Tar Heels. Trump's now at 183. Clinton is at 131. And that was one of the states we were watching real close, Heidi, is North Carolina. And Trump got it. Huge, isn't it? So he grabs North Carolina and he grabs Ohio. And Clinton does get Virginia, but she was supposed to get Virginia. She gets Colorado, but she was supposed to get Colorado. But Trump does win two battleground states, and they are North Carolina and Ohio. Will he get Florida? Will he get Florida? And how close are we to getting this answer on Florida? I mean, I think you got to give Florida. I think I'm telling you, if he gets Florida, they're right now trying to figure out just how close are we. Coming down to Michigan and Wisconsin, hey. It's coming down to Michigan and Wisconsin. If the map goes the way, if Trump wins Florida, which I think he's going to win, if Trump wins Florida, then everything else goes like he's supposed to. Like he wins Arizona, he wins Utah, he wins Alaska, which he should win those. The ones up there in the top, Idaho and those guys. So it comes down to Michigan or Wisconsin, either one. And if he wins Michigan or Wisconsin, he's the president of the United States. But if Clinton wins it, then she is. And it could be coming down to Michigan and Wisconsin how this plays out. Wow. So right now it's 183 to 131. Trump is in the lead. And North Carolina was big. North Carolina and Ohio going to Trump was big. And now we're talking Florida. Heidi, are they still sitting at 95% over there at CNN? Are they still sitting there? We got 1,313 people. That must make the Illuminati people get jitters. 1313 at YouTube. What's that? So Heidi says CNN is still sitting at 95%, and Fox is sitting at 95%. And it's Trump 49.2 and Clinton 47.7. What's scary about this? CNN has not called it North Carolina yet.
No, so they've got Trump 167, Clinton 131.
So now the media is playing games. And what's worrying me, how come we can't get this final vote in from Florida? How come we can't get this thing over? Why ain't it over? Are they sandbagging? Are they waiting? Are they trying to figure out ways to get the vote before they turn it in and give Hillary Florida? Because if they give her Florida, she wins. Trump gets Florida. He still hasn't won it, but he's absolutely coming down to the wire. They're analyzing Ohio right now. So guys, pray for Florida. We got to get the Florida thing through. We just got to. Why is Florida not moving? Why are we not getting the votes? And why is CNN not giving North Carolina to Donald Trump? Wow, Russ Feingold lost Wisconsin. Ron Johnson's going to stay in power there. It might have been that he rode the Trump train into victory there. So right now Trump's at 183, Clinton's at 131. We're still waiting on these updates. Heidi, you don't have any updates on Florida. Do you have any updates for us on New Hampshire then? Okay, hang on. 54% is in.
Trump is 48.8.
48.8. Clinton falls down to 45.8. In New Hampshire, Trump is leading. Can you give us an update out of Arizona?
Arizona, I have 56% in.
Okay, 56% in.
Trump 49.1.
He goes up to 49.1. 46 what? 6-1. 3% lead in Arizona. Trump leads in New Hampshire. What about Georgia? Are they ever going to get it counted in Georgia?
Georgia, 49% in. 56.40.5.
All right, so it hasn't moved. And Michigan.
Michigan, 45% in.
Okay, let's see what this is.
48.4% Trump.
Okay.
46.5% Clinton. That's Rachel DeSantis up there.
You and Jason keep wearing those T-shirts up there and hang the votes in. And Trump has got 48.4%.
Update on this.
50.
55%.
Okay.
Trump 49.
He went up to 49.
Clinton 45.8.
Clinton
45.9
45.9 for Clinton. So Trump's lead increases. We're also seeing, Heidi, that in Florida, I just missed the numbers there, but I think Mary, can you put those back up there again, Mary of New York? Can you put those numbers up there again from Florida, what you have is a total vote count there. Let's just see if we can find out what's going on. Keep praying, folks. Keep praying. Um, 99% of the vote is in Florida. It's Trump 49%, Clinton 48%. Trump is ahead by 134,000 votes. They got to give this thing to Trump. They got to give Florida to Trump. Someone is saying right now, Vicky says they gave him Florida. Fox News hasn't yet. Has CNN give it to him yet? Vicky's saying they have just given Florida. Mary of New York says Florida is called. It must be CBS or maybe it's MSNBC. One of these guys are calling this Florida to Trump. Which network is it, guys, that just called it? MSNBC? Oh, MSN. MSN, not MSNBC, but MSN has given it to Florida.
Yeah. They just gave Florida to Trump.
Who did?
I don't know. I went on a different website. I'll ask for Florida specific site.
Melissa says, yep, they have just given Trump Florida. She's seen it on Politico. So, okay, so Politico, some of these guys are already starting to say Florida goes to Trump. MSN and Politico. Fox still sitting there. They haven't done it yet. CNN hasn't done it yet. MSNBC hasn't done it yet. Sputnik has given it to Trump. Thank you, Billy Night Train. The Russians are ready to give it to Trump right now. They're probably ready to give him the White House right now. Guys, think about this. Let's take a look at the scenario, though. If Trump wins the presidency, you got to feel a lot better about the relationship between the United States and Russia.
New York Times, 1 minute ago. Presidential election live. Donald Trump wins Ohio and leads Hillary Clinton in several battleground states.
New York Times has predicted it's very likely Trump will win. New York Times hates Trump, and they're now starting to call it. Wow, are you serious, Larry? Billy Night Train's laughing. Wow. 5 more states, guys. I'm going to take a 2-minute break. Heidi, keep talking. I'll be right back, guys. Don't go nowhere.
Ohio, Missouri, Montana, Louisiana, Arkansas, all red states. North Dakota, Texas, let's see. New York is still in there. 64% Hillary, 32% Donald. But it doesn't tell me on this one how much percent is in. New York has 58% in. New Hampshire, 57% in. Trump, 49.2. Clinton, 45.4. We could just do something with Georgia and Florida, Wisconsin, and Michigan. We could about go to bed.
Oh, if we win Wisconsin, Michigan, it's over. If he gets Florida. And some folks are saying, they're shouting in Israel right now, okay? There's a sigh of release. There's a real big sigh of relief going on right now, potentially in Moscow, that we don't have to have nuclear war between United States and Russia because Trump and Putin.
Yes, one's asleep over here. They're still at one.
What's happened to CNN? Maybe CNN's drinking heavy. They've lost. They can't even type anymore. They're just so upset.
They haven't still not given him North Carolina.
Here we go. Election alert. Breaking news. Uh-oh. Oh, they froze the screen when she was getting.
Whoa.
Whoa! She was getting ready to give us.
Trump 212, whatever it is.
I think they just gave him Florida. Well, he was at 183 and he's at 212. Heidi, that's 17 and that's 20. That's it. Trump wins. Trump wins Florida. Trump wins Florida. Huge, huge, huge victory for Trump. Huge. Trump wins Florida. Fox has called it. You saw those other guys. You guys did a great job over there. Paul Begley Prophecy. Huh?
Vicky dancing.
Vicky, are you dancing down there in Florida? Orlando, Florida. We're coming there to hold a conference next summer. Are you serious? Way to do this thing. Trump wins Florida. He's now at 212 electoral votes. Clinton's at 131. Trump wins Florida. Trump wins Ohio. Trump wins North Carolina. Wow, these were huge. I mean, if he had lost any of them three, Heidi, he can't win. Okay, he wins them all. Now he's still in the lead in New Hampshire. Let's see if Heidi can get us an update on New Hampshire. They've just give Washington to Clinton, which we knew that was going to happen, and Hawaii just went to Clinton. They got to hurry and make this. They got to give her some big. And Idaho just went to Trump. Way to go, Idaho.
New Hampshire's 58% in. Trump is 49.2. Clinton's 45.4.
Which one now? New Hampshire, what now? Start over.
58% in.
Okay.
Trump is 49.2.
Wow.
45.4.
So Trump keeps moving forward. In New Hampshire, he's at 49.2.
CNN,
Yeah.
they just updated it. Trump 171, Clinton 190.
What?
They
What
gave
is?
Clinton California.
Yeah, well, you can give, but you got to give Florida to Trump because he won it.
They haven't given him Florida or North
Now, hang on a second. I know that Clinton just won Washington, and she just won something else all of a sudden.
They don't have Washington. They have Hawaii and California.
She won Hawaii.
How can you win California that quick?
Because they already know that one.
It's all zeros.
Okay. I couldn't keep up with it quick enough. But Washington, how many delegates are in Washington? Okay, Hillary got that one, and then she got Hawaii. How many's in that one? It's in the corner somewhere. Because Fox is trying to help Trump, not helping, but at least, I mean, they regretfully are giving it to him. But CNN is trying to help Hillary. So how many? Three. Thank you. Hawaii's three. Okay, so she got Hawaii and Washington. That's 15. That would have put her in my count 146, and then they're going ahead and giving her California, and that's 55. And that's 201. They got her at 202. Hawaii's 4, that's why. Okay, thank you. Hawaii's 4. So Hillary's quickly to 202 because they quickly had to do something. Heidi, you couldn't let Trump celebrate that Florida too long. Okay? So so what CNN did is they just gave her California. Now Trump's at 216. So what else did Trump? Oh, he picked up Idaho and picked up those. Must be 4 in Idaho. Is that what Idaho is? Okay. So Trump's at 216. Clinton's at 202 because of California. But CNN is lost. They don't know where they're at. They still haven't given Florida to Trump. That's why, Roger, your TV says Clinton 190, Trump 172, because you're watching CNN. And Fox has not given excuse me, CNN has not given Trump Florida, and that's 29 votes. And apparently, they haven't even given him North Carolina, which is 15 more. And that's why yours is showing what it is. Here's some news. Wisconsin, 60% of the vote is in. It's Trump 49, Clinton 46. Trump's leading by 54,000 votes right now in Wisconsin. Hang in there, because if he wins against Wisconsin, this thing is over. I'm telling you, he's going to win it because of what's left on the table. So if you're watching CNN, you think Clinton's winning at 190 to 171 or something like that, because CNN has already given Hillary 55 delegates out of California, but they refused to give him Florida. Fox has already called it for Florida and has already called North Carolina to Trump, and that's why it is 216 to 202 right now. 216. Let's get some numbers. Heidi. Okay. 49-4 to 47-2. So Pennsylvania, 69% of the vote is in. It's 49-4 for Clinton, 47-2 for Trump. All right. Heidi, what's your numbers in Wisconsin?
Wisconsin is 57% in.
Okay.
49 Trump, 45-8 Clinton.
45-8 Clinton. All right. Trump continues to lead in Wisconsin. What do you got in Michigan?
48% in.
48%.
48 Trump.
Yep.
46.9 Clinton.
All right. So 48 to 46.9. Trump leads Michigan. And what do you have in Arizona?
Arizona, I have 58% in.
Okay.
49.2 Trump.
Yep.
46% Clinton.
So Trump has a good 3.2% lead in Arizona. What do you have in Georgia?
They won't update it. It's 49%.
Still 56.8 to 40.5.
Yeah.
Okay, what about New Hampshire?
New Hampshire's up to 59%.
Okay.
48.5 Trump, 46.2 Clinton.
Wow, that was a big change. 48.5 to 46 point what? 2. That was a big change. That was like the whole 1%. You raised it 1%, and that whole 1% went to Clinton. It's kind of weird. But, okay. So New Hampshire, Trump leads by 2% with 59% of the vote in. In Arizona, Trump leads by 3% with 58% of the vote in. In Georgia, Trump leads with 49% of the vote in. Trump leads by almost 17% lead in Georgia. In Michigan, with 48% of the vote in, Trump leads by 1.1% of a vote. In Wisconsin, with 57% of the vote in, it's Trump leading by 3.2% of the vote. And in Pennsylvania, with 69% of the vote in, it is Clinton leading by 1.8% of the vote. It's amazing here that Trump is leading in New Hampshire, Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin. And Clinton is leading in Pennsylvania, but she's supposed to win Pennsylvania. So the key here is New Hampshire. Trump steals New Hampshire. If he steals Michigan, if he steals Wisconsin, it's over. As a matter of fact, I think he only has to steal Michigan, or maybe Wisconsin and New Hampshire. Wow. And so you have the New York Times saying that it is likely that Trump is going to win the presidency. Now I have an update, Heidi. Georgia, 73% of the vote is in. It's Trump 54, Hillary 43. Trump's going to win Georgia. Okay?
CNN finally gave Trump North Carolina.
CNN finally gives Trump North Carolina. Georgia, 73% of the vote is in. It is Trump 54, Clinton 43. CNN, has CNN ever given Trump Florida yet? It's just insane. Now, New York Times is saying that there's a 95% chance Trump will win the presidency. Trump just won something, Heidi. Yes, he just won Utah. Trump wins Utah, picks up 6 more, and that puts Trump at 222 to Clinton's 202 at Fox News. But CNN still hasn't given Trump Florida, which is just unbelievable. These guys, just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Todd Young wins Indiana, Heidi, in the Senate race. He's a Republican. Apparently he beats Evan Bayh. Wow. That's huge because Evan Bayh was a senator there for a long, long time. Dropped out because he got paid $2 million as a lobbyist for the bank. Then come back and was going to run again and figured he'd get back in power. One problem. He was too close to Hillary's hip and he run into Donald Trump. Trump just won Montana, according to, oh yeah, he's had Montana. It's probably on a different network. They're just probably now giving it to him. Thank you, Michelle. But yeah, sometimes these different networks.
He's winning in Nevada, but only 1% in.
Okay.
He's winning with 58% in. Losing in Oregon.
He's losing in Oregon. He'll lose Oregon.
66% in.
Yeah, he'll lose Oregon. He'll lose that.
Losing in Minnesota with 41% in.
How bad is he losing in Minnesota?
Minnesota, he's losing 41% in. Clinton 50.5, and Trump 41.7. In Iowa, he was losing about that bad, but now with 44% in, it's 47-7 Clinton and 46-7 Trump.
47. Whoops, wait. 47-7 Clinton, and Trump is what? 46-7. And how much percent of the vote is in? 44% of the vote is in Iowa. I still think that Trump will win Iowa. Right now, Trump is losing by 1% to Clinton in Iowa. I think he's still going to win it. He needs to win it. It's 222 to 202 at Fox News. 63% of the votes are in Wisconsin. It's Trump 49, Clinton 46. Trump now with a 47,000 vote lead up there in Wisconsin. We got to hang on though. New York Times, Heidi, is now projecting that Trump will finish with 304 electoral votes.
He should get 16, and 16 is 32, 42, 53, 59, without talking about New Hampshire or Iowa.
59, he's already got 222. That puts him over the top.
If everything keeps going the way it's going.
That's if he wins Michigan and Wisconsin.
Right.
I'm not sure how that's going to play out. We'll see how that plays out. Folks, this is the last. Okay, big news here is the fact that Trump won North Carolina. Trump won Ohio. Trump won Florida. Huge. He's leading in New Hampshire right now by 2%. He's leading in Arizona right now by 3%. He's leading in Georgia right now by 11%. He's leading in Michigan right now by 1%. He's leading in Wisconsin right now by 3%. And He's losing in Clinton's leading Pennsylvania right now by 2%, and Clinton's leading Iowa right now by 1%. But Trump has done some things that nobody saw coming, and the journalists are stunned. Their faces are stunned on what's happening right now. It's just it's off the charts. Is this the year? I mean, this is the year 5777. Good point there, Mrs. Tuz. Cubs won the World Series, first time in 108 years. Just saying. Does Trump win the White House over Hillary Clinton? Do the Clintons finally go away? Can we watch them pack up that U-Haul and take it back to Arkansas? I mean, can they finally go away? And can we get on with this nation? And can we turn this thing around? And can we start repenting? And will the church wake up if we win? Will we really wake up? I'm going to be pushing for us to wake up. I'm going to be pushing hard. I'm going to be calling on some of the pastors out there to step up their game now. The freedom of speech. Hang on to it. We've been clinging to our fingers. Push the United Nations back in a corner where they belong. Stand up for Israel again. Thank you, Donald Trump. You know what Donald Trump said, Heidi? He said if he's elected president, he's moving the United States Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, the capital of Israel. Huge, huge. He said he's going to give more money for defense for Israel. He said he's going to try to put in 2, maybe 3 Supreme Court justices if he gets 8 years and try to reverse this, try to reverse abortion. Now, he can't do it by himself. He can't wave a magic wand. He's got to pick justices that will do it. Then he's got to get Paul Ryan and the Republican establishment bunch. He's got to get them in a headlock and force them to approve his justices that he wants to put in this into the Supreme Court. What I'm trying to tell you is Trump can't do everything that he wants to do by himself. He's going to have to smack some people around in Washington. He's going to have to shove a few Republicans off the edge of the cliff. He's going to have to threaten the Democrats because, folks, you have to understand what he's up against. Demons from hell. Demons from hell. I know. I've been preaching 32 years. I can tell you. I'm the nicest guy there is in the world. I'm the nicest guy you'll ever meet. Really, I try my best to be anyway, right, Heidi? I really do. But I can tell you, every morning I wake up and every night when I go to bed, I fight devils and demons and liars and hypocrites and spiritual wickedness. I have to take and push hell back behind its gates every morning and still do it with a smile, okay? But if I don't, the devil will eat me alive, and he will try to kill the gospel of Jesus Christ. He'll try to stop the greatest revival movement in history called the cyber revival that's been going on right here for over 6.5 years. He will not want this freedom of speech to continue. They will not want us to push forward. So I'm telling you right now, we got the power in the name of Jesus, and God's going to give us a little bit of an edge here. He may be about ready to give us a little bit of bubble, just like Russ Dizdar said. I mean, it's time to shove the devil back behind the gates of hell and lock the gates on him. It's time to take back this nation for Jesus Christ. It's time to show love one to another. Not to be upset about people who worship other gods and false gods. They're going to do this, okay? But we can't let the devil run the house and shut us out and silence our voice and take away our religious freedoms. And the church has got to quit this hypocrisy of trying to walk around in the world, trying to hang on to eat off the Lord's table and the table of devils. We got to stop it. We got to get the pansies out of the pulpit and start getting some preachers with the Holy Ghost once again standing up strong with the word of truth and the word of grace and love and power and redemption and salvation and healing. Oh, I'm about ready to get the Holy Ghost all over me right now. And Trump is winning Georgia. Thank you. We're going to get an update from Heidi. Let's do that. Heidi, how are we doing in New Hampshire? Let's get an update.
Georgia finally got 74%.
Georgia?
With Trump 53.6 and Clinton 43.4.
53.6. Clinton what?
43.4.
43.4. Tell me about New Hampshire. That's Georgia.
Hampshire, we're only up to 60%.
And what do you got? Trump
48.3, Clinton 46.4.
Wow. So New Hampshire, folks, is at 60%. Trump at 48.3, Clinton at 46.4. Trump hanging to a 2% lead in New Hampshire. Come on, Michelle of New Hampshire. And everybody else up there. What about Georgia? 74% of the vote is in. Trump 53.6, Clinton 43.4. I like what I see there. Arizona, Heidi, what do you got for us? 58%. 49.2 Trump. 46% Hillary. Trump leads Arizona. What do you have in Michigan? Can you give me a Michigan update? 53% of the vote is in Michigan. Trump 48.5. Clinton 46.4. Trump holds a 2% lead in Michigan. Keep it going. What about Wisconsin? 63% of the vote is in.
Trump
48.7. 46.2. Trump holding a 2.5% lead in Wisconsin. What about Pennsylvania? Is Hillary going to win that? Where are we at?
Pennsylvania says 74% in.
74% of the vote is in.
Hillary 49.4.
49.4.
Trump 47.
Trump 47. So Hillary's got a 2.5% lead in Pennsylvania. She's probably going to get it. Tell me about Iowa.
Iowa has flipped for the moment.
Okay.
50% in.
50% of the vote is in.
Trump 48.5.
Trump is at 48.5.
Clinton 45.9.
Clinton 45.9. Trump is almost up 3%, about 2.5%. Trump leads Iowa. Nevada.
Swinging back Clinton's way now.
Okay, talk to me about Nevada.
50% in.
50% of Nevada's in.
51.7
Clinton 51.7.
Trump 43.
Trump 43. All right. So that's big. That's big for Hillary because that's about 6%, and Trump really wants it, but it's not over. Half the votes are in. We don't know where in the state those votes have been counted. But in New Hampshire, Trump leads by 2%. In Georgia, Trump leads by 10%. In Arizona, Trump leads by 3%. In Michigan, Trump leads by 2%. In Wisconsin, Trump is up 2%, 2.5% actually. Pennsylvania, Clinton leads by 2.5%. Iowa, Trump leads by 2.5%. And Nevada, Clinton has about an 8.5% lead right now. And the total count is 222 Donald Trump electoral votes. Clinton at 202. Amazing situation going on here because Trump has won these 3 huge battleground states: North Carolina, Ohio, and Florida. Huge. And at the rate he's going, we got the New York Times now saying that Trump has a 95% chance that he is going to become the president of the United States. We even got Sputnik now thinking that Trump may win. Well, I always say don't count your chickens before they hatch. And it ain't over, folks, till the fat lady sings. I feel bad for the fat lady, but if she sings, it's over, okay? So that's where we're at right now. And Heidi, if Trump was to win this, I think the long flight over the ocean to Israel will be a little more easy. I think it will. Pastor Walt says Georgia is going red. I think you're right, Pastor Walt. I think you're right. Folks, can anybody know? I don't know. I have not looked to see the face of Wolf Blitzer at CNN. I haven't, I kind of haven't looked to see if Rachel Maddow's lip is dragging the ground. Oh, there she is. She looks. She's. Look at Chris Matthews. Check his blood pressure. He's in bad shape. He is so stressed because he don't know what to do with a Trump presidency. He don't know how. They don't know how they're gonna. What's gonna happen? It's gonna shake their whole world because they're part of the establishment. Look at Rachel Maddow. She's already crying, and 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 he looks bad. He looks bad, doesn't he? I think I could have got more votes than Gary Johnson had if I'd have ran. Yeah, he only got 2.3 million votes. I think I could have beat him. Let's see. Oh wait, NBC is not called Florida. They say Florida's too close to call. Florida, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. So has CNN called Florida? CNN has called Florida? Let's check this, guys. Let's check this.
No, CNN has not.
All right, CNN has not called Florida, and MSNBC has not called Florida. Just Fox. Just Fox. You better hang on because the media is trying to flip this. They're waiting for some last minute hanging chads. I'm telling you, before you shout too quick, you got to finish off the strong men. Got two of them, CNN, MSNBC. You have to get both of them to concede. And they have not yet. They're still saying Florida is too close to call. They're still saying Florida is too close to call.
I got Michigan tightening up over here.
Well, that's
57% in. I don't know what I told you last time.
okay. 57. What do you got?
Trump 47.7.
Okay.
Clinton 47.2.
So now, with 57% of Michigan vote in, it's Trump 47.7 and Clinton 47.2. So NBC,
And you know they have called Washington for Clinton on Fox,
yeah,
but not at CNN. And at CNN, 29% of the vote is in. Trump has 47.2. Clinton has 46.4.
so which state was this?
Washington.
So Washington. How many delegates is Washington? Well, that should have gave Clinton more than 209. How did she go from 202 to 209? That's only 7. What did I miss over here, guys? Let me check the folks over here. How did Hillary go from 202 to 209? That would have been 7. What state did they give her?
This one gave her Hawaii. It put 4.
Well, we had that. Washington we already got over here. Hawaii and California. So somebody tell me how'd she go from 202 to 209 at Fox News? What state did she get to give her 7 votes?
Nevada is going in her direction.
That would be
But it's
6.
not called.
Connecticut. They're saying they just gave her Connecticut. No, I already had Connecticut. She's already had Connecticut.
Well, they gave her Oregon, which she's
Oregon.
It's 7.
That's it.
I don't see anybody giving her. Oh,
Fox
state.
did.
They just now did it.
All right. Fox News and CNN have given Hillary Oregon, and that puts her at 209. And that was expected. That was expected. But what's up with MSNBC and CNN refusing to give Trump Florida? What's up with that? Arizona, Trump still leads by, they say, by 4%, and that's with 59% of the vote in. Bobby Beaumont, you are correct. Oregon has just been given to Hillary. So Fox News has given Florida to Trump, but CNN and MSNBC has not given Florida to Trump. So they're holding out for some hanging chads, Heidi. They're saying there needs to be a recount. Now, you're going to see this. Pretty soon you're going to see this. If it looks like Trump's getting ready to become the president of the United States, you may see Fox News, just don't be shocked by this. You may see CNN or MSNBC or both of them call for a recount on Florida. And then Hillary may come out and say, I'm not conceding. We need a recount in Florida. Now, Fox might go ahead and say Trump's the president. But the other two may say, no, we're not. We want a recount. Hillary may say, I'm not conceding. We're going to contest it. Trump may go out and declare himself president-elect. And that may be how this night ends. So, hang in there because, Heidi, I've seen dirty. Trump has just won something else. Did he just win Wisconsin? Yes. Fox News is calling it for Wisconsin, Heidi. Huge. Huge. And he just won Wisconsin with or without Paul Ryan. I don't know. But that's huge. Huge. That should be enough right there. That should be enough right there to put him over the top. But CNN and MSNBC hasn't given him Florida yet. They may pick up the phone and call Hillary and say, contest it, because we still got a truckload of hanging chads that we can get over there. They're not moist. There's no moisture in them. So anyway, Trump's at 232. He wins Wisconsin, so he's at 232, and Hillary's at 209, according to Fox News. Has Wisconsin been given to Trump, Heidi, over there at CNN?
Wisconsin by Fox, yes.
Fox, yes. How about?
CNN
Bet you CNN hasn't
has
yet.
Clinton 197 and Trump 187.
CNN says right now the count is 197, 187 Clinton, because they haven't given him Florida and they haven't given him Wisconsin yet, have they?
Florida and Wisconsin.
Wow. What about it?
Somebody just sent me a Fort Lauderdale local 10 that says 100% is in and that Trump wins
Ohio
Ohio, Florida.
and Florida? Okay, NBC News, breaking news. Trump is apparent winner in Florida. Apparent winner in Florida.
According to this,
By 17,000.
has him winning Utah.
NBC News says Trump is the apparent winner in Florida. Looks like he's winning by 17,000 votes. That's not that graph. The graph they showed before it. That's Wayne County. There it is, Heidi, look. Oh, that was in Macomb County. No, CNN's trying to steal the election. They're trying to be the holdout and give Hillary some ammunition to fight back. Trump is leading in Iowa, Heidi, 50 to 44. Fox just gave him Iowa, and NBC just gave him Florida.
I have 238 to 209 here at Fox.
Hang on, I have 232. So if he just got Iowa at Fox, wow. And what's key here is you got to get these other networks to come along. So yes, you're right. So Trump just won Iowa. That's huge. Because there was a lot of pundits kept saying he wasn't going to win Iowa. He couldn't win Iowa. He just won it. 238 to 209. Trump has 238 to Clinton's 209. Trump just won Iowa. And at NBC News, and that's why I'm following this story because I know how these guys play, MSNBC has said that Trump has apparently won Florida. They've done it. They've given him his Florida, which he deserved. They've given him Iowa now too. They've given him North Carolina now. Pennsylvania right now, Clinton is ahead by 70,000 votes with 82% of the vote in. NBC says that's just too close, so that's why Pennsylvania's still not been given to Hillary yet, because Trump might still win that state, because where they got to go count is in rural areas that is going to be Trump territory, so Trump might pull it out. Heidi, New Hampshire, 64% of the vote is in. Trump 48%, Clinton 46%. That could be another big win for Trump if he pulls out New Hampshire. But this, I mean, you got to understand, he just won Iowa. Okay?
Right now he's at 10% in Georgia with 74% in. I don't know why they don't give that to him.
Yeah, I don't either. Unless they got to count the votes still in Atlanta, and so they don't want to find out if Atlanta's what the holdout is. Folks, Trump has won North Carolina tonight. Trump has won Ohio. Trump has won Florida. Trump has won Wisconsin. Huge. He was not supposed to win Wisconsin at all. That was a solid blue state. It's over. Blue, blue, blue. Trump has won Wisconsin, and now Trump has just won Iowa. And that one was supposed to have been a battleground state. So Trump wins North Carolina, a battleground state. He wins Ohio, a battleground state. He wins Florida, a battleground state. He wins Wisconsin, a blue state that he turns. And he wins Iowa, a battleground state. This is why Donald Trump is sitting at 238 delegates. And right now, Trump is leading in Michigan with 63% of the vote in. It's Trump 48, Clinton 47. Trump right now leads by 27,000 votes. Got to hang on there, though, because if they still got to count the votes in Detroit, it's not over yet, okay? I don't know where Hillary is right now, but that glass ceiling is turned into bulletproof glass. And Trump is marching to the White House. Now we got to get the coffin out in front of him, out of the way.
They finally, CNN gave him Florida.
NBC,
216 and Clinton 197.
NBC says Trump is the apparent winner. They're not fully saying he is the winner. They're saying he's the apparent winner. And they also, I don't know if they've given him Wisconsin yet at NBC. So finally CNN has finally given Florida to Trump, but not Wisconsin. We still got Georgia. I don't know why Georgia hasn't been given to Trump yet. Is everybody okay out there? I want to say God bless all of you at New Live Stream. God bless all of you at paulbegleyprophecy.com. God bless all of you at Roku Satellite Television. And God bless all of you at YouTube Live. We got over 1,683 people live with us at YouTube right now. I mean, this is crazy because it's almost midnight. But I'm so glad you guys are gathering in because we're watching something extremely historic here.
So if he gets Arizona and Georgia, that's 25.
Arizona's 11, Georgia is 16. That's 27. 27.
He's still just a little short.
If he gets Arizona and Georgia, of which it looks like he's going to win, those 27 delegates would put him at 238. That would put him at 258. That put him at 265. He'd need 5 more. Well, New Hampshire's only 4.
So he has to win Michigan.
No. He needs to pick up 1 out of Maine. In Maine, they divide theirs. And there's one area in Maine that's solid red. Hillary might win. If you go look at Maine right now, Heidi. How many is in Maine? Is there 4? And because I did my homework on this a week ago, that I believe there's 4 delegates they give away in Maine. There are 4 districts, but one of the 4 districts is solid red. It's a red little district. So if Trump wins Georgia, which it looks like he's on his way, and if he wins Arizona, he has a real strong chance of winning that. And if he takes New Hampshire, which he has a 2% lead in right now, all he needs is that one little red district up there in Maine, and Trump's at 270. And he wouldn't even have to win Michigan. But he might win Michigan. And if he wins Michigan, he's the president of the United States, because I can tell you. But that's supposedly, that's if he wins Georgia and Arizona. So he's got a real path. And, you've heard these people say, how many times you've heard them say Trump doesn't really have a path. He doesn't really have a path. I've seen these guys up there with their little boards. And they assumed, let me just tell you the things they assumed. They assumed he couldn't win North Carolina. He did. They didn't think he'd win Ohio. He did. They didn't give him a chance at all to win Florida. He did. They don't believe he could win Wisconsin at all. He has. What's that? Fox is just giving Georgia. Are you serious? NBC is still saying there's 7 states too close to call right now. They're giving up slowly. So Fox is just giving him Georgia. Wow. I don't know how Trump will react in his victory speech if he wins this thing. He'll be off track. He won't know what. He might just break down and cry. I don't know. But Donald Trump has just won Georgia. He's now at 254 to Clinton's 209. Heidi, you kept saying, when they're going to give him Georgia, when they're going to give him Georgia. Has CNN given him the Georgia yet? Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song, got Georgia on my mind. They haven't, so CNN has not given Trump Georgia, they've not given him Wisconsin, they haven't given him Iowa. CNN is dying a slow death of 1,000 cuts of pain, and MSNBC's lips are dragging the ground, and the New York Times is giving Trump a 95% chance that he's going to win this election. Sputnik thinks he's going to win the election now. Wow. Let's get an update from Heidi on all the remaining states that are in play. Heidi, can you tell us where are we at with New Hampshire?
New Hampshire, 66%.
66%?
Trump is 48.5 and Clinton's 46.1.
Wow. 48.5 to 46.1. New Hampshire, 66% of the vote is in. Trump has got a 2.5% lead. Georgia went to Trump. Tell me about Arizona. 61% of the vote is in Arizona. 49.4 to 45.8. Trump's lead's increasing. He has a almost 4% lead in Arizona. Wow. Michigan, where are you there?
59% in.
Okay, 59, still a little early.
48% Trump.
48. 46.9 Clinton. Trump's getting got a 1.1% lead in Michigan. So that one really close. Wisconsin, he won it, didn't he? Trump wins Wisconsin.
70% in.
Yep.
49.1 Trump. 45.8.
He's got about a 4% lead with 70% of the vote in. They probably know the rest of the rural areas that's going to come in. They know Trump's got it. Tell me about Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania,
82% is in.
48-9
48-9
Clinton.
Clinton.
47-6 Trump.
47-6 Trump. So Clinton has a 1.5% lead. She may win Pennsylvania. Trump has already won Iowa. And tell me about Nevada.
Nevada is 63%
63%
in.
is in.
Clinton 50.6.
Clinton 50.6.
Trump 43.8.
Trump 43.8. Looks like Nevada, but it's still too early to call. We have to just wait and see what part of the state is not counted. So Trump is leading in New Hampshire by 2.5%, and there's 4 delegates there. Trump's at 258 right now. Trump needs 22 more delegates. There's 4 waiting for him in New Hampshire if he takes it. Arizona, 61% of the vote is in. Trump has got a 4% lead in Arizona, and I forgot how many delegates are in Arizona right now. 11 are in Arizona. So, yeah, just knock it out of the park. But if you can pick that now, Michigan, 59% of the vote is in. It's Trump 48, Clinton 46.9. He's got a 1.1% lead. How many? We got 16 delegates in Michigan. Is that what that is? 16 are in Michigan. Trump leads. Pennsylvania, 82% of the vote is in. It is Clinton 48.9. It is Trump 47.6. Clinton's got a 1.5% lead. She's probably going to win. How many delegates is in Pennsylvania? 20? It's 20 delegates. Clinton's probably going to win that state, but it's still too early. And then we got Nevada, where 63% of the vote is in. It's Trump getting beat here right now, but it's still not over because some of the areas that they're going to count are Trump territory. Trump 43.8, Clinton 50.6. And Nevada's got how many delegates? 6? 6. So it's been an amazing ride right now to just see what's going on here. Wisconsin went to Trump, didn't it? Iowa went to Trump. Trump won North Carolina. He won Iowa. Amazing situation here. Trump won Ohio. Trump won Florida. Trump won Wisconsin. Trump won Iowa. Wow. I don't know what's going on here, but it's 254 to 209. And you're watching NBC also. NBC and CNN. You see how slow they are, how they're dragging their feet. Even with the votes in, they don't want to call it. It took them forever to, and then when NBC did call Florida for Trump, they said apparently. And now I'm looking at the NBC score right now. They've got it Trump 244, Clinton 209, where Fox has it 258, or excuse me, 254, 409. So apparently MSNBC has not given him Wisconsin yet, Heidi. That's the 10 points there. Apparently. And what does CNN got? What is their total score? What do they got?
CNN's total score?
Yeah.
232 Trump, 209 Clinton.
All right, so they haven't given Trump 22 delegates. They probably haven't given him Wisconsin. They probably didn't give him Georgia. How many delegates are Georgia? 12? 16. Okay. They didn't give him Wisconsin or Iowa. So
For some reason, they've only given him 4 of Nebraska's, and they're holding one back.
maybe one is real close, and that might go to Hillary. She might get one. And that one's huge for Trump because if Trump wins New Hampshire in the next few minutes, uh, Trump's at 254 right now.
Yeah, because Fox is only giving him 4 of Nebraska's.
Are they? Well, that means one delegate may end up going to Hillary, and so they get him 4. But Trump's at 254 now. If he wins New Hampshire, he'll go to 258, and then if he wins, uh, Michigan, well, there's just so many options still open for Trump. He could still win Arizona. That's 11, and he could win New Hampshire. That's 4. That's 15. Nevada's still in play. So it's not over yet. Even though at 254 to 209, there's still has Alaska been given to Trump yet? Has he won Alaska yet? I want to say God bless all of you at YouTube Live. We went over 1,700 people over there at YouTube Live with us tonight, right now, and just want to welcome you guys. I mean, and all of you that are on our website. I know it's been a long night. We've been on the air here for a long time, but it's not very often that you have a kingdom change to go from the kingdom of Barack Obama to what may be a kingdom under Donald Trump, an America, a different America, or even Hillary Clinton could still win. And so when you look at these situations, you realize that something very historic is taking place. I've been saying this a long time, Heidi. People have been praying. Christian people have been praying. There's been a lot of prayers going on. And even when you watch the media kept saying Trump doesn't have any path. I don't see how he's got a path. Well, it's because they didn't believe that Trump could win North Carolina. They didn't believe he would win Ohio. They didn't believe he'd win Florida. They didn't see him winning Wisconsin all in the same night, along with all the other states that he's been winning. They just didn't see that coming. And now in Iowa, and they're sitting here right now wondering, Georgia, they're just starting to wonder, what are you going to do here? The reality is starting to set in. Think about this. Rudy Giuliani may be your attorney general. Secretary of State may just be Newt Gingrich. Your Surgeon General will probably be Dr. Ben Carlson. What a good man he is. Mike Huckabee may end up with a cabinet position. Oh, that's James Carville. That is the Clinton. That dude has been on Clinton camp his whole life. He sold his soul to the Clinton cartel years ago. He's been walking that Luciferian trail down there in Louisiana a long time. And he is about ready to die. He's about ready to fall off the table there. That's James Carville over at NBC, MSNBC. And now there's Michael Steele perking up, starting to feel a little better. There's hope. And I noticed Tucker Carlson. They just kind of took him off the screen over at Fox because he was laughing. He had too much joy. He had too much joy. Crowds at the Trump campaign headquarters are just insane. They're gathering there. Sean Hannity's throwing Paul Ryan out of. Says Paul Ryan will not be the Speaker of the House. Trump's new regime is going to remove him. He's going to have to step down, let someone else have it. Well, we'll find out how this shakes out right now. We need some healing. So let's see how that all plays out. I want to welcome all of you guys here. It's a great crowd of folks. Yes, this is what I've been hearing, though, that Donald Trump, if he wins tonight, his vice president will be Indiana Governor Mike Pence. What a great man. Couldn't have a better guy, Heidi. Imagine replacing a Joe Bite Me Biden with a Mike Pence. Okay, there's no, there's no, there's no comparison. There'll be somebody praying in the White House every day, at least every day. A man, a true man of God. Um, Dr. Ben Carson, he'll be your Surgeon General. Another praying, God-fearing man, a wonderful man to have in the cabinet. Rudy Giuliani, he's a pit bull, and maybe Trey Gowdy. I would actually choose Trey Gowdy if it was me, and let him go to work. But Rudy Giuliani is going to get a job in this cabinet. There's no doubt about it. You might even see Mike Huckabee doing something and getting a role in this as well. Newt Gingrich will probably be the Secretary of State, uh, and uh, and then believe it or not, Sarah Palin. I heard Donald Trump say it. Sarah Palin will get a job in this cabinet somewhere. She'll get a role, and so there's you're going to see some other folks that get brought in. I think you got to see Donald Trump Jr. playing some kind of a role, maybe Ivanka. Uh, they're going to get some kind of a role in this thing. Trey Gowdy, I would definitely have Trey Gowdy. I don't care what. I would have Trey Gowdy leading the charge. And then, of course, what about the generals, Heidi? Mike Flynn, okay? General Mike Flynn, uh, a powerful patriot. You're going to see some other patriots, some really strong military minds that I think Trump will bring in that will help bring some strength back. I think you'll see your veterans being finally taken care of like they should be taken care of. And Trump, I've heard Trump say the best way to do it, just give them all a card and let them go to any doctor they want. Why are we fighting this VA thing? There's hope. And oh, by the way, jobs. What about manufacturing jobs? What about it? Well, you can't fix this overnight. We've lost 70,000 factories over 40 years. Trump's not going to get them all back in 4. But watch and see if during this next 4 years, if there isn't a flow of manufacturing slowly coming back into the country. Trump's going to have some enemies. There's going to be some people fighting every step of the way. That the Congress won't always go along with him, even though he should have a supermajority. He's going to have the House. He's going to have the Senate. He's the president. He's going to have a supermajority for the next 2 years. They should be able to get some stuff done. What about reversing Obamacare? What about canceling all of those crazy executive orders that President Barack Obama wrote? Don't you think he isn't going to do some reversing of a lot of those? They need to go away. How do you feel about your Second Amendment rights being protected for at least another 4 to 8 years? What about freedom of speech? How about the internet? If you're Breitbart, you get to stay in business. If you're Alex Jones, you don't get arrested and thrown in a FEMA camp. If you're Paul Begley, you're going to get to preach the gospel a little more freedom, a little more pizzazz, a little more opportunity here, a little less harassment. You can say Merry Christmas every year if you want to, Heidi. You can say God bless you. It's going to be okay. I mean, we're talking about a different America and some different players. And you're going to watch some of these clowns, some of these Luciferians, some of these global elitists go off into the corner. If you're the United Nations, you're going to be shaking in your boots because there's a new sheriff in town and he don't like the way the globalists play. Trump is a nationalist. Trump doesn't believe in globalization. He believes in nationalization. He believes America first. He believes that we as a country need to get on. And guys, I don't want to toot my horn, but I definitely want to remember. I want somebody to go back and look and find the YouTube video that I told you that if Brexit, I told you in the summer, Heidi, you remember this. I said if UK pulls out of the European Union, if they make the Brexit, then Trump will win the election because it's the same flow. It's the people saying we don't want to be under globalization. And I said it. I said, look out. I said 5 days before the Brexit vote, I said, I'm expecting Europe, I'm expecting the United Kingdom to leave the European Union. I feel like they're going to do it. And if they do, if they vote to Brexit, then then I'm telling you, watch and see, Trump. If they Brexit, Trump will win the election. And so here we are tonight. We're on the brink of it. It is 254 Trump, 209 Clinton. we're waiting on now the what's going to happen in Michigan, what's going to happen in Arizona, what about New Hampshire, where are we at in all these? We're going to get an update from Heidi on the score, see if she can give us a score on New Hampshire again. Let's see where we're at.
All right.
Heidi, where are you? Okay.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
70. What do they say? Okay, New Hampshire.
Yep.
70% of New Hampshire's in.
70% of New Hampshire. What's the score?
48-5 Trump, 46-3
48-5 Trump,
Clinton.
46-3 Clinton. Trump continues to keep a 2% lead with 70% of the vote in New Hampshire, 4 delegates on the line. All right, take me to Arizona.
Arizona, 61% in.
Okay,
49.4 Trump,
okay.
45.8 Clinton.
All right, so we're still at 61% in Arizona. Trump is still hanging on to almost a 4% lead in Arizona. There's 11 delegates at stake. Let's go to Michigan.
Michigan, 64% in.
64% is in Michigan. What's the score?
48-2 Trump, 46-6 Clinton.
Trump 48-2, Clinton 46-6. Trump's lead is increased to now 1.5% with 64% of the vote in Michigan. There's 16 delegates on the line. Trump is leading in Michigan. He's leading in Arizona. He's leading in New Hampshire. If he wins all three, that's 27. That's 31. Trump's the president of the United States if he wins those three. But let's go to Pennsylvania. Where are you at there?
86% of the vote
86% of the vote
in.
is in Pennsylvania.
Clinton, 48-6.
Clinton 48-6.
Trump, 47-9.
47-9. It's tightening. Trump, Clinton now leads by 0.7%. There's 20 votes. I mean, Clinton's supposed to win Pennsylvania. I mean, this is a done deal. She loses Pennsylvania, it's over. And her lead has slipped to now less than 1%. Hang on. Take me to Nevada. Where are we at there?
In Nevada,
Yep.
66% in. Clinton, 49-7. Trump, 44-5.
49-7 Clinton. Trump's what?
44-5.
44.5.
They're all over Michigan. Watch this.
Okay. So Nevada, Hillary Clinton's got a 5% lead in Nevada right now with 66% of the vote in. She may be going to win Nevada. And now let's, Michigan. Wow. Hang in there, folks, with Michigan as Trump leads by 1.5%. So here we are, New Hampshire. 70% of the vote is in. Trump is ahead by 2%. That would be 4 delegates. Arizona, 61% of the vote is in. Trump is leading by 4%. That's 11 delegates. He's going to win Arizona. Michigan, 64% of the vote is in. Trump is leading by 1.5%. That's 16 delegates. He is not supposed to win Michigan. He might just win Michigan. Pennsylvania, 86% of the vote is in. Clinton leads by 0.7%. What? She's supposed to win it. I saw polls before the election. They said she had a 7% lead. She's supposed to win this state easy. This was an automatic blue win. She may be going to lose it. It's down to the wire. And then there's Nevada. 66% of the vote is in. Clinton's got a 5% lead. It looks like she's going to take Nevada with 6 votes there, but I don't know. It depends where on that state. They still got to count, but she does have a comfortable lead there. I haven't heard anything about Alaska, Heidi, and if you can find anything on Alaska. I don't know how many votes are in Alaska.
3 are in Alaska,
Okay.
and there is no information.
And what about Maine? Do we have any information in Maine? Because
We're up
there's
to 68% in,
68% of the vote is in Maine.
48 for Clinton,
Clinton's at 48-4.
44-7 Trump.
Trump's at 44-7. But they don't give it to the winner. They give each section gives whoever wins that section. And Clinton might win 3 out of the 4 sections, but Trump may pick up 1. Just like Nebraska, Trump has picked up 4 out of 5. Clinton might get 1 out of Nebraska, but then again, she might not. So we'll have to wait and see how that shakes out. Is there any other states in play here? Washington, that's went to Hillary, right?
Yeah.
She won Hawaii, she won Washington, she won Oregon, she won California, so she ain't got nothing else left in the West except Nevada. And we're looking at New Hampshire, Arizona, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Nevada, Alaska, and Maine. Is that it?
Did you talk about Minnesota?
No, tell me about Minnesota. There we go.
69%.
Minnesota's at 69%.
Clinton 49-4.
Clinton's at 49-4.
Trump's at 42-8.
Trump's at 42-8. That looks like Clinton's going to win. How many delegates there? 10. So it's very possible that Minnesota may go to Hillary. So
Whoa,
Trump.
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
89% in.
89% of Pennsylvania's in.
Clinton 48-3.
Clinton 48-3.
Trump 48-2.
Trump 48-2. Are you serious?
I am so serious.
So it's almost a virtual deadlock tie with 89% of the vote in. It's Clinton 48-3, Trump 48-2. People sit still because Trump is at 254. If he wins Pennsylvania in a massive upset, he is the president of the United States. Nothing else matters. If he pulls off those 20 delegates in Pennsylvania, and it's almost a dead tie. It is Trump 254. It is Clinton 209. That is the Fox News count. Remember, MSNBC and CNN are still not giving him the 10 delegates yet for Wisconsin. They still haven't given him Wisconsin. That's why you'll see them talking about he's at 244.
New Hampshire's tightening up.
Okay, New Hampshire's tightening up. Let's find out. 77% of New Hampshire is in.
Trump is 47-9.
Trump 47-9.
Clinton 47.
Clinton 47. Wow. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, everybody. Hang on. Get me some more fresh water. Oh, my. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Are you serious?
Wow, right.
I can't believe the New York Times.
We are on a wild ride.
We're on a wild ride and right. I can't believe the New York Times is giving Trump a 95% chance of win. We got 1,660 people with us at YouTube after midnight. This is crazy.
Well, CNN finally gave Trump Iowa.
Well, that was nice of CNN. Finally gave him Iowa. Finally gave him Iowa. Let's see what's going on here. Real fast, I'm going to just check if MSNBC is finally... MSNBC has still not given Trump Wisconsin. Pennsylvania, Heidi's got an update.
89% in.
Wait a minute. Oh, we're already there. You told us that.
No.
Oh. Pennsylvania, 89% is in. What do you got?
Trump 48-3.
Trump 48-3.
Clinton 48-2.
Clinton 48-2. Trump is now leading in Pennsylvania by an eyelash, and Pennsylvania is 20 delegates, and if he gets Pennsylvania, it's over. It's over. It's over. He wouldn't even have to win New Hampshire. He wouldn't have to even get the one delegate out of Maine. Yes, Stevie Leidick. Yes, Vernon Hale. Yes, everybody that we met in Pennsylvania. Everybody in Pennsylvania. Come on, let's make this happen tonight. Wow. How's everybody doing at publiclyprophecy.com tonight? You guys are just awesome. You guys are just awesome. You're hanging in here with us tonight. It's great to see Tahoe, Troy, Richard Parker, Linda Williams. Good to see you. Becky, Roger, Vicky down there in Florida. Miss ZD hanging tough. Denise is here. What's that, Heidi? 90% in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, we're at 90%. Let's get a total. Trump 48.3, Clinton 48.2. All right, 90% of the vote is in Pennsylvania. It's Trump 48.3. It's Clinton 48.2. Wow. Right now, the popular vote, Trump is ahead by 1.175. Trump has 1,175,000 more votes than Hillary Clinton. Trump's at 51 million and something. Hillary is at 49.9. So Trump has like a 1.1 million vote lead. I love you too. God bless you, Crystal Ann Myers. God bless you, Michelle, Lynn, and Mikkel. Who, this NBC bunch? So MSNBC has still not given Trump Wisconsin. That's why they're still saying he's at 244 over there. I don't know what CNN is doing, if they've given him Wisconsin or not, but Fox has. And MSNBC still won't show the Minnesota or Wisconsin points. They won't even show it. Okay, so they just say it's too close to call and they won't show them. But Fox News has already called it. Boy, Chris Matthews is angry. He's angry. He's blue. He's upset. Rachel Maddow's already cried. Those guys are going to lose their jobs. Their job was to get Hillary elected, to work hard every night with their propaganda spin. Their job was to get her elected. They have failed. You can watch in the next few months. Retirement is coming. There'll be a change who represents them. Nicole Wallace, she's part of the establishment. She's part of the Bush cartel, so she's not happy either. New Hampshire, Heidi, how are we doing? 77%, 78%. Trump is leading 47.9 to 47%. Thank you, Vicky. Christy Connor, good to see you. Seattle Sunshine. Tammy Nichols, good to see you. Rapture Rabbit in the house. The king is coming. Aren't you glad he is? Wow. Just an amazing situation. Yeah, MSNBC. So does CNN? 78% is in. Trump is 49.4, Clinton 45.4. Right. And that's what 78% where? In Wisconsin? That's already been called for a while. And that's over. Wisconsin went to Trump. So they're still struggling and fighting out here now. The media is. They don't want to give Trump Utah either, but CNN doesn't. But he's got 52.8, and Clinton has 21%. What about Arizona? Trump's got a strong lead there. That's got to be 63% in. They got 49.4 for Trump, 45.8 for Clinton. So see, I mean, Arizona, Trump's got a 4% lead. Pretty soon, you got to be thinking about calling that one, calling Arizona to Trump, and that's 11. That would put him at 265, Heidi.
We have 90% in Pennsylvania, and they have 48-3 Trump.
48-2.
One.
01. Trump.
Slipped a little.
If they would go ahead and call Arizona, folks, right now for Trump, he would go to 265. He'd be 5 delegates away. And he's sitting there with the lead in New Hampshire. That's 4 of them. And then there's Alaska that nobody's talking about. That Trump will win Alaska. No question. There's 3 delegates there, Heidi. If he wins New Hampshire and he wins Alaska, we can't even get a number in Alaska. So what I'm trying to tell you is, oh, by the way, Trump is leading by 2% in Michigan right now. He could still win Michigan. Oh, and by the way, Trump has a razor-thin lead in Pennsylvania, and he could win that. And that.
Michigan, 70%.
Okay, Michigan's up to 70% now. What do you got?
Trump, 47.7.
47.7. Clinton, 47.2. Now, Michigan tightens up. Trump's lead is 0.5% with 70% of the vote in, and now you got to start wondering, where's the votes they haven't counted? Is it Detroit? Because if it is, Clinton will win Michigan. If it's Detroit, if it's mostly Detroit, but if Trump wins Arizona, he goes to 265. All he needs then is New Hampshire and Alaska. That's all he needs. He wouldn't even have to win Michigan. He wouldn't have to win Nevada, which he don't look like he's going to win Nevada. He could lose Pennsylvania, even though he has a razor-thin lead. He could lose Michigan, even though he's got only a 0.5% lead. If he can win New Hampshire and Alaska with Arizona, which he's going to win Arizona. I'm telling you, he's going to win Arizona. So then all he needs is Alaska and New Hampshire, and he wins with 270. So Fox News says Pennsylvania and Michigan are still too early to call. And that's right. They are razor thin. The Dow can't be dropping. The Dow's closed. Okay? Now the world markets could be dropping. World markets. Overseas, the European markets, Asian markets, they're open already. I think the Asian market's open, and so those could be dropping. And they could be freaking out over a potential Donald Trump victory. But it won't matter. They'll all readjust. The reason that the world markets could fall a little bit is Trump's trying to bring back manufacturing to America, and there could be a freaking out. Are you looking at Pennsylvania? Because we have, is it 48.5 Trump, 47.8 Clinton?
92% in, 48-2 Trump, 48-2 Clinton.
Dead tie. Pennsylvania.
Looks like Trump has 3,000 more.
Trump's leading in Pennsylvania by 3,000 votes.
A little less than 3,000.
With 93% of the votes in. Wow. Wow. Wow.
In Michigan, 70% are in, with Trump 47.8, Clinton 47.1. New Hampshire, 77% in, Trump 47.9, Clinton 47.
Okay, so Trump's ahead by almost 1% in New Hampshire with 77% of the vote in. Trump is ahead by 4% in Arizona with 63% of the vote in. Michigan, Trump is ahead by a 0.5% with 70% of the vote in.
Okay, so
Pennsylvania is a dead tie. Trump's ahead by a razor thin margin with 93% in.
so these are the markets. New Zealand, it says our stock exchange just finished up and has lost 230 points.
New Zealand lost 230.
And Andrew Barlow, which I don't know where he's from, he's talking about this 777-point drop in the Dow.
Okay, it's 929 points in the futures of the Dow has
What does
dropped.
that mean?
That means in the morning when the Dow opens,
They expect it to drop.
yes, it's going to take a fall. Look for 500, 600, maybe 700 points. Don't worry, it'll come back later, a few days once the dust settles. But there will be a fall. There will be a fall. Bobby of Beaumont is saying Trump is up by 40,000 votes in Pennsylvania. Now you're showing that Trump is up by less than 3,000 votes in Pennsylvania. Is that right? Yeah, I don't know if he's got late information or if he's got new information, so we'll wait and see.
92%. I don't know how much percent he has.
So the Dow, so the world markets are affected right now. That doesn't surprise me that they're affected because, yeah, don't forget the Hagmans, Heidi up there in Pennsylvania, in Erie, Pennsylvania. They've been sounding the alarm. Go, go, Trump, go. Okay, so they've been up there. You know, I wonder how Jesse Waltman's doing tonight. Just thinking about him, but I wonder if he's out there listening. I wonder how he's feeling. And matter of fact, Jesse, if you're listening, I know it's midnight. It's 20 after midnight. If you're listening, I've got the Skype on. Um, if you happen to be listening and would like to call in with your Skype, I'd like to get your take on it because now we're down to the nitty gritty, and this is where the ugly stuff, this is where the dirty stuff happens. There it is. Trump is leading by less than 3%, about 2,800 votes. 95% of the vote is in now, Heidi, in Pennsylvania, and Trump is ahead by 2,700 votes. Okay? Razor thin. Razor thin. Now, Billy Nightrain says Trump is ahead by, yeah, there it is, 2,400 votes. 2,400 votes. Pennsylvania, with 95% of the vote in, Trump leads by 2,500 votes. If Trump wins this state, Pennsylvania, he's there. He's at 274. It's over. So the key thing will be, if it's that razor thin, does Hillary contest it? Probably. And that's what worries you is because there's a Democrat governor. And then, you know, you go, yeah. Did we mess it up for them? What did we do wrong? What us evangelicals do? Pray and vote. We prayed and we went and voted, right? Wow. So we'll wait and see what's going to happen here. 2,500 votes, 2,400 votes difference in Pennsylvania with about 5% more to count. Is this the last Trump? Well, I don't know. We're going to find out. The last Trump may have just sounded as far as this is concerned. So we're at 254 at Fox News. We're at 244 at MSNBC because MSNBC has not given Trump. Rogers says now that Trump is ahead by 4,400 votes. Let's look at New Hampshire. Trump is ahead by 5,000 votes, Heidi, with 78% of the votes in now. Okay, so he's hanging on to about a 4% lead because there's not nearly as many people up there. Billy Nightrain says that Trump is leading by 2,409, and that's precise.
Randy's giving me a station in Alaska for results, but he said that there's none
Yeah, well, the polls in the Alaska don't close till 1 a.m. So that's another 35 minutes. 1 a.m.
None of mine are updating anymore.
Fox News has just given Hillary some more delegates. She's went to 215. Nevada. All right. So Hillary's going to win Nevada. That's 6 delegates, and that takes her to 215. $833 points. The Dow futures are down. These are U.S. futures. The Dow's down 727. It was down 900. So that's what they're talking about. But remember when the Brexit took place, when the vote came out, and the British said we're leaving the EU, the the markets tanked, and then after everybody woke up and got up and put water on their face and took a couple cups of coffee and settled in, within a week, the market went right back up to where it was. Okay, that's just a nervous reaction. Once Trump starts turning the economy around over a period of time, the stock market will do very well, actually. But world markets may struggle. They may have some issues because Trump's not a global player. He's a nationalist. America first. He told you. America first. If you want us to watch your countries, you want us to guard your countries, no more, Saudi Arabia, are we going to sit there and keep you protected from now on without you paying us. No more. No more. You got to pay so that it makes. In other words, what Trump's going to do is run the country like a business. You have to be profitable in the decisions you make. If you're losing money, you got to change strategy. You can't keep doing the same thing, losing money. You have to change strategy. Can't be like what we've had, this corrupt bunch in Washington who don't care about losing money as long as they're putting money in each other pockets. Let the debt go to 20 trillion, let it go to 21 trillion, let it go to 31 trillion. That's what they think. They don't care. They don't care. It doesn't matter to them. They just go off to some other, move their money to another country and go to the French Riviera and hang out. I mean, they don't care. Michigan, Heidi, how are we doing? Let's get an update. Where are we at here? Where are we at?
73%.
Of what? Michigan? All right.
Trump 47.8, Clinton
47.8 to 47.1. Trump leading by 7/7 in Michigan. 47.8 to 47.1. If he wins Michigan, that's 16. That would put him at 270, Heidi. If he wins Michigan, it hits he's at 270. If he wins Pennsylvania, he's at 274. Okay? He's 254. Trump's at 254 on Fox News. So if he wins Michigan, he wins the presidency. If he wins Pennsylvania, he wins the presidency. He's leading in both of them.
He's leading in Arizona.
He's leading Arizona. He's going to win Arizona, and that's 11. That won't get him the presidency. It puts him at 265. He'll still need 5 more votes, which he may have to scrape them out of Alaska and New Hampshire if he hangs on to win New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, 80% in.
Okay, let's see what it is. 80% in New Hampshire.
Clinton 47.5.
Clinton 47.5.
Trump 47.4.
Trump 47.4. Clinton has taken the lead.
A difference of
200 votes. Clinton has taken the lead of New Hampshire by 200 votes. This is why Trump needs to win Michigan or Pennsylvania to put it away. Because if he loses New Hampshire and he loses Michigan and he loses Pennsylvania, and even if he wins Alaska and even if he wins Arizona, he comes up at 268. So Trump needs to win. He's going to win Arizona, but he needs. Boy, he really would. He really needs to get Michigan if he can, or Pennsylvania. And the problem is, you're going to have to. Pennsylvania's still sitting at 95%, and Trump's still ahead by 2,400 votes. But man, that's not enough votes um, with 5% to count. That you have to worry about him cheating. This is what I'm saying. You have to worry about the cheating factor when he gets real close like this. Uh, how's he doing in Minnesota? Clinton's going to win Minnesota, ain't she?
74% in. Clinton has 48.7. Trump has 43.5. They won't update it anymore now.
No, because they're trying to figure out how to win. They're thinking, okay, if Clinton wins Michigan and if Clinton wins Pennsylvania, if they could sneak in just enough ballots in there to get her those two, even if Trump wins Arizona, and if Clinton can pull out a sneak win out of New Hampshire, Clinton's going to win it 270, 268. So unless Trump gets that one vote up there in Maine, and then it's 269, 269. Then it goes to the House of Representatives and to the Senate, and they should vote Trump in. Since they are all Republicans in leadership, but that doesn't mean they will, because you never know. Because the global elitists may decide to go with Hillary. Uh-oh. Hang on a second, everybody. Tucker's got some information. They're talking here about so they're talking about how Trump was such a joke to everybody in the media, and Ann Coulter predicted that Trump was going to win, and they laughed her out of the room. And we're still here right now. We're down to the wire. Keep an eye on Pennsylvania. Vicky's right, because that's the 20 delegates. Pennsylvania would give them the win, but it's so close that it makes me so nervous, because I just know how they are. Heidi, you're still sitting at 95. We haven't had no update, have we?
In Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking over here. They had 96%, and it's 48, 48. It's the same thing.
Okay. So keep an eye. This is where the cheating comes. And Miss CD, you are so right. Here we go. Pennsylvania, Heidi. 96% of the vote is in. Trump is ahead by 2,409 votes, with 96% of the vote in. Here we are. We're down to here's where the cheating plays, because you got this very close race in Pennsylvania. Trump wins the presidency if he wins this. But if they can cheat and block him from it, then he has to try to win Michigan, where he does have a lead. But there's a lot of votes yet to count. So then they'll hold back with New Hampshire. They'll hold back with Alaska. They'll hold back with Maine. I mean, have you got anything on Maine? What do you got on Maine? This Maine should be counted and done. Where are we at with Maine?
Maine only has 74% in.
Okay.
Clinton is 48.2, and Trump is 44.9.
So the question there is, will Trump get that one vote out of them four?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
81% in.
All right.
Clinton 47.4. Trump 47.4.
Yeah, and I'm looking right at it. It's Clinton ahead of Trump by 99 votes. 99 votes. It's Clinton 2,700. I mean 278,511, and it's Trump 278,412.
I have Clinton 278,890, and Trump 278,905.
That puts Trump ahead.
By
15 votes. Okay, so here's where you're at. Is that New Hampshire? So in New Hampshire, Trump is up 15 votes.
Roger, Michelle,
Pennsylvania.
up there.
Somebody do something up there.
Tom.
Pennsylvania, Trump is up by 2,409 votes. And in New Hampshire, Trump is up by 15 votes. Okay? Now in Maine, Hillary is ahead, but it isn't winner take all in that state. It's each individual section. There's 4 sections. And my understanding is one of the sections out of the 4 is really a red section. Trump should win 1 section out of the 4, which would get him 1 out of the 4, and 3 would go to Hillary. And that might be very important, folks, as we're coming down to the wire here. It is important because New Hampshire, you're at plus 15 votes. Pennsylvania, Trump leads by 2,409 votes. Now we're not talking percentages anymore, Heidi. We're talking votes. We're talking hanging chads. This is where the cheating begins, as you'll hear Ms. ZD say. Here's some good news. In Arizona, 72% of the votes are in. Trump has got 49. Hillary's got 46. Trump's got a 59,000 vote lead there. So we're going to keep a close eye on what's going on there. Arizona, I would think pretty soon you got to call Arizona, and that would give Trump 11. That would put him at 265. I think gets him within 5. The problem is, where does he get the other 5? Does he get 3 from Arkansas? 3 from Alaska, and 1 from Maine, and that puts him at 269? Or can he squeeze out Michigan? Don't forget Michigan. How are we doing in Michigan, by the way? That's the one that he's got his best shot.
We're at
74% in Michigan.
Trump 47.9.
47.9. Clinton 46.9. So Trump has a 1% lead in Michigan. So Jason and Rachel, I don't know what you're doing up there, but you better hang on. Pass out more of those T-shirts. Do what you got to do, but you're ahead. You got a 1% lead. Here's the vote, Heidi. 79% now. It's Trump 1,783,000. Clinton 1,747,000. So Trump is leading by 1%, 48 to 47. Trump is leading by 36,000 votes in Michigan. Okay? Let's see if I got this right. New Hampshire, Trump's got a 15 vote lead, which is insane. Michigan, Trump's got a 1% lead, or 36,000 votes.
Okay, New Hampshire.
Pennsylvania.
Is now 82%.
Okay.
With 48% Trump, 47% Hillary.
Wow. Let's get some numbers on that.
You want the numbers?
If you find them.
They are 279,562 Trump.
Okay.
278,890 Hillary.
Wow. So Trump now has a 672 vote lead. 672 vote lead for Trump in New Hampshire. A 1% lead in Michigan, 36,000 votes in Michigan for Trump. And let's go to Pennsylvania because it's at 96%. And here we go. Let's look at the numbers.
2.701 million, and for Trump,
Yeah.
2.678 million for Hillary.
Okay. So Trump leads there by about a half a percent. He has a 22. He has a 23. He has a 23,000 vote lead in Pennsylvania. So Trump leads in Pennsylvania by 23,000 votes, about a half a percent. Trump leads in Michigan by 36,000 votes, about 1%. And Trump leads in New Hampshire by 672 votes. Now, if he can get Michigan, he wins the White House. If he gets Pennsylvania, he wins the White House. If he loses both of those somehow in the final hours, the final moments, as Missy D says, this is where this is when the cheating begins. Then he's got to pull off New Hampshire, and he has to pull off Arizona, which I think he will, and he has to pull off Alaska, which I think he will. So we're down to the wire, Heidi. Michigan's his best shot, but Pennsylvania also looking nice if he can hang in there. There's only 4% to count. Can you see where they haven't counted? Is it Philadelphia? Is it Pittsburgh? I mean, where in the world is this last 4% that they got to count in Pennsylvania? Where are they? Are they in the rural areas somewhere where the internet don't work good and they have to drive the votes in, or what we got going here? What do we got to get here? Because 23,000 votes in Pennsylvania, 36,000 votes in Michigan. But
Around the Detroit area, it's
oh boy,
one county that only has 84% in.
okay. Okay, so in Michigan, you got to worry because it's Detroit, just like I said.
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Okay, Pennsylvania, what is it?
That is where I'm at, in Pennsylvania.
Detroit's not in Pennsylvania.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's late. It's a.
Blues something. I don't know what's there. It's the what do you call it? The east side of the state. Southeast side of the state only has 84% in, but there's a couple more eastern
Well, you got
counties
Pittsburgh.
that don't have.
Okay, you got Pittsburgh and you got Philadelphia, and either one of those would be a little bit beneficial, probably for Hillary. Pennsylvania. So we're waiting, folks. Right now, it's just an incredible Trump. Okay, 36,000 vote lead in Michigan, 23,000 vote lead in Pennsylvania, and 672 vote lead in New Hampshire. And the polls are going to close in Alaska pretty soon, and we're going to find out that. Now, what about Arizona? Because I mean, Arizona is where Trump can put this away. Not put the. He can't.
59% reporting, 49% Trump, 46% Hillary.
Okay, so Trump's got a 3% lead in Arizona, but we're only at 69% of the vote. We can't get any more scores, and so that it's like they're hanging on to Arizona. It's incredible situation here. But Trump right now has the inside straight here if he can just finish. If we can get them to finish counting the votes. But as we said, there's a about a 26,000 vote lead now for Trump over Hillary, Heidi, in Pennsylvania. It just went up. It's up to about 26,000 now as the votes are going up. It's still holding around 96%. It's probably almost 97%. New Hampshire, Trump leads by 672 votes. They're saying Trump maybe now has a little bit more. Hillary's got a strong lead in Minnesota. She might win that one. All right, now Trump is up by 38,000 votes in Pennsylvania. Just went up, Heidi. It's still at 95%.
I have 97%.
Okay, what do you have? What's your numbers?
2.751
2.751.
and 2.717.
Okay, so you've got Trump up right now by 34,000. 34,000 vote lead in Pennsylvania for Trump. That's going up. It keeps going up a little bit each time. So Trump's up by about 34,000 votes in Pennsylvania. That would win the election. Trump is ahead by 672 votes in New Hampshire. Hillary's leading in Minnesota. And of course, Arizona, Trump's got a nice lead of about 3%. So we're at a situation in Michigan. Trump's ahead by about 36,000 votes, and in Pennsylvania, Trump's ahead by about 34,000 votes. Either one of those, if Trump wins Michigan, he wins. If he wins Pennsylvania, he wins. If he can win one of those two, he's got the lead in both of them. We're going down to the wire. 34,082 vote lead right now for Trump in Pennsylvania. If he hangs on to it, he wins. He's got about a 36,000 vote lead in Michigan. If he can hang on to that one, he wins. And I don't know what percentage we're at in Michigan right now, but so we're at 80% in Michigan.
48% Trump, 47% Hillary.
And then in Pennsylvania, we're at 96% of the vote is in. So he's coming down to the wire right here. Fox News is basically saying Trump is going to win this election. Even though it isn't official, they're already saying he's going to win this thing, and now he needs to come with a little humility and try to work and heal the nation. Well, I think he will. He will, but he's going to celebrate tonight because this is huge. Michigan, yes. There you see where Trump is at 38. He's about almost 38,000. 37. He's got about a 37.6, about 37,600 vote lead in Michigan right now, Heidi, and a 34,000 vote lead in Pennsylvania right now. But there's only 20% of Michigan has been Hillary Clinton cancels her victory party and fireworks show and thanked her team for what they've accomplished. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you lying? Praise Jesus. Where are you making this up, or is this information you just found? I mean, are you serious? Are they lying to you out there? Or did they is this what they're reporting? Wow. Are you serious that she's called and said cancel the fireworks? Okay, Trump, there's still 69% of Arizona been reported, and Trump has got a comfortable lead right now of about 3%. Praise Jesus says there's the link. Thank you, Praise Jesus. God bless you. Let me read this. TheWeek.com website is reporting Clinton staff evacuate the victory party as odds of White House win is slim. Clinton's election party is now virtually devoid of campaign staff. It's on lockdown. Hillary Clinton has canceled her fireworks show, tweeted an anonymous message thanking her team for what they've accomplished, and now even her staffers are leaving her election party. It is over. She knows she's going to lose. So the way it is, they've looked at some of these areas where the votes have got to be finished counted, and they're not. Apparently, they are Trump territory. Thank you so much. Praise Jesus. Thank you so much for getting that information to us here. Wow. Are you serious? Amazing. So we're coming down to the wire here, Heidi. Pennsylvania is where this thing could end. Melissa said, I just counted. Trump is leading 13 of the 19 counties in Pennsylvania. If she will concede, she will do it soon. She'll come out. She's already going to let her staffers know it doesn't look good. Let's cancel the fireworks. We're not going to win it tonight. If and I think pretty soon. I think as soon as the vote comes through in Pennsylvania, if Trump wins Pennsylvania, then you're going to have Hillary then getting ready to come out and give her concession speech, and then turn it over, and then you'll see Trump come out with the victory speech. This is an incredible evening. How did you asked me before tonight got started downstairs. You said, what do you think? And I said, I think Trump's going to win, but I just don't know how. And Doug Hagman asked me the same question on the air. I said, I actually said, I think Trump's going to get the votes, but I'm afraid Clinton and these guys may take it from him. Just kind of amazing what I'm witnessing here. It's not over yet. It's not over, folks. But it's an incredible situation. Clinton has won. Oh, did they just give her another state just a minute ago or a little bit ago? They gave her Nevada. Clinton won Vermont, Illinois, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Maryland, Delaware, Washington, D.C., Rhode Island, New York, Connecticut, New Mexico, Virginia, Colorado, Washington State, Hawaii, California, Oregon, and Nevada. She's sitting at 215 delegates. Trump won Kentucky, Indiana, West Virginia, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Missouri, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Alabama, North Dakota, South Dakota, Kansas, Nebraska, four out of 5 delegates in Nebraska, Wyoming, Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, Montana, Ohio, North Carolina, Florida, Idaho, Utah, Iowa, Wisconsin. He is sitting at 254 delegates. He is leading in Pennsylvania right now, which would give him 20 more in the victory at 96% of the vote in. He's ahead by 34,000 votes. He's leading in Michigan right now by 1%, with 80% of the vote in, by 37,600 votes. That would give him the victory. And he's leading in New Hampshire right now by a slim margin of 672. He might not win it. He might win it. He might not. He's leading in Arizona right now by about 4%. And he'll win Alaska. He will win Alaska when that poll closes in about 5 minutes. So unless Hillary does something miraculous here in the last second. Uh, Trump's just got to finish off Pennsylvania or Michigan. Have they given us any more updates, Heidi, over there? And Donna Brazil gave Hillary the answers to two of the debates and ended up losing her job at CNN.
I got 98% in it, Pennsylvania now.
Okay, 98%. What? Let's get the total here. What do you got?
2.771
2.771.
for Donald and 2.726 for Hillary.
Wow. It's increasing. Trump's lead is almost 50,000 votes. It's now 44, 45. It's 45,000 vote lead. Pennsylvania at 98%. This is why Hillary has sent a text out to her people. Cancel the fireworks. It's over. Thank you so much for your work. Because she knows the votes that are left to count are in territories that are Trump territories.
New Hampshire,
Yes.
84% in.
All right, 84%. What do we got there?
281,334 for Trump.
Okay, 281, 334 Trump.
Hillary, 280,798.
So Trump has a 600, a little bit less than 600. Let's see, wait a minute. Wow, gotta do my math here. 6, 7 from 5, 7 from 5. Trump has a 556 vote lead in New Hampshire with 84% of the vote in. He's got a narrow, very narrow lead in New Hampshire. Come on, Michelle. Michigan. How we doing there? What do we got? How much?
81% in.
81%.
And you have 48% Donald and 47% Hillary.
So he's hanging on to that 1% lead, which is around 37,000 votes. So we're almost there, guys. 98% of the vote is in Pennsylvania. Trump is ahead by 45,000 votes, but 2% to count. It's not going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen. Trump is going to win the presidency. He's going to take Pennsylvania, and he's probably going to take Michigan too. And this is extraordinary. This is really extraordinary. This is incredible. And we'll be hearing and we'll be hearing from Trump and Hillary here in a few minutes, but we're going to hang right in. Heidi, has CNN ever given Trump Wisconsin? I mean, have they? Fox News is so blue. They're everybody's all down.
CNN has 238 Trump and 215
238,
Clinton.
215. So they've not given him 16. There's 16 votes they haven't given him. What are those?
They did not give him
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. And he has Utah already, doesn't he?
Yeah.
They didn't give him Utah.
So they haven't given him the last two states he won. They're just sitting there hoping that they don't have to. Hoping they can. I don't know what they're hoping for. Wow. It's great to see everybody at paulbaileyprophecy.com tonight. You guys are amazing. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's a huge crowd still there. And those of you watching, I mean, God bless you guys at our website. This is an amazing online church. You people prayed. You folks stayed in there. You prayed. You voted. You prayed. Wow. And those of you at New Livestream, how many people are still at New Livestream? I mean, aren't you people in bed asleep? Haven't you went to bed? Unbelievable. People are nodding off in victory. Um, yeah, there's some mud on the face. You're right.
New Hampshire now swung back to Hillary.
New Hampshire's Hillary's got the lead in New Hampshire right now.
84%, and she's got 283,009, and Donald has 282,913.
All right, so now Hillary is leading by nine. Let's see, 87 and 96 votes. Hillary now has a 96 vote lead in New Hampshire. All right, unbelievable, unbelievable. While this is going on, let me just say to everybody at YouTube over there, incredible, you folks. Look at that. There's 1,729 people at YouTube live. 17. We got more people watching us now than MSNBC probably. Um, they're blue over there, aren't they, Heidi? Rachel Maddow and those guys.
So my question is, how are we going to do this transition since everybody
Hates
hates
Trump.
Donald so bad? How are we going to do this transition?
Uh-oh, Alaska. They're closing the polls in Alaska. How are we going to do a transition when everybody hates Donald? The people have spoken, just like in the same thing they're going through right now in England. How are we going to do this transition to pull out of the European Union? NBC has still got it at 244 to 215. They've still not given Trump Wisconsin. They've given him Nevada, but they haven't given him Wisconsin. All right. So they're playing really poor sports right now. They don't want to give it to him. Pennsylvania, they say, is too close to call. Trump's leading by 46,000 votes. Michigan's too close to call. Trump's leading by 59,000 votes. That just keeps going up. Arizona, they say, is too close. Trump is leading by 60,000 votes. Wisconsin, they say, is too close. Trump is winning by 84,000 votes. And Minnesota, they say, is too close to call. Hillary is leading by 78,000 votes. And New Hampshire, Hillary is leading by 96 votes. So it doesn't matter. The key thing is you got to give him Wisconsin. He's won it. You got to give you know he's going to win Arizona. It looks like he's going to win Arizona. In Maine, Clinton's leading by 17,000 votes there. So they haven't given him, NBC has not given him Wisconsin, but it has been given to him by Fox. And I think Fox could go ahead and give him, they could give him Arizona, but they haven't yet. Okay. So Chris Matthews looks really depressed. I don't know what happened to, what's his name? James Carville, but he kind of like started crying in his hands. And Tucker Carlson was so happy and joyous they took him off the set at Fox News. Juan Williams looked like he lost his puppy, and Rachel Maddow is stunned. She's more stunned, and I see a lot of nervous energy in Megyn Kelly. Really nervous, a lot of twitching, a lot of fidgeting, a lot of fidgeting. She's probably already putting resumes out looking for a job somewhere else. If you're Breitbart, you're going to stay in business, and now that your CEO helped Trump win the election, Kellyanne Conway, Breitbart, Hillary called you out and said you wouldn't be in business if she won. If you're Alex Jones, you're not going to prison, and you're going to do great as your alternative media growth is going to be just tremendous. If you're everybody in alternative media that tries their best to tell the truth what's going on with the New World Order, CERN, Planet X, corruption in the world governments, the beast. We're gonna be around for a while, and we're gonna have a little bit more flexibility. And God's given us a reprieve. We better take the opportunity. If you're the body of Christ, God's given us a little window here. We better run with this thing. We need to take back what the devil has stolen. And let's take the gospel of Jesus Christ to the world. Every one of you guys celebrate tonight's victory. It's just about ready to be announced. I'm telling you, within the hour, I'm thinking you're going to hear the announcement that Trump has won the election. And Clinton's going to be coming forward within an hour. And she's going to give us a concession speech. And then Trump will come out right after that and give us the victory. And we're going to be looking at the 45th president of the United States. A man who was not part of politics, a man that was totally an outsider, a guy who represented the people, who paid over $100 million of his own money, who asked the people to get behind him, who got turned away, got backhanded by John McCain, got slapped, ugly. Remember the ugly speech by Mitt Romney? Got disowned by Mitch McConnell, got just kicked around and shunned and really just mistreated by Paul Ryan. Literally got abandoned by the Bush cartel, and the establishment hated him in Washington. The media, major media hatred, trash Trump 24/7, trash Trump. Media needs to understand something. Mainstream media, people don't care what they got to say because they lie. People want the truth. That's why they're coming to alternative media. That's why they come our way. We tell people the truth. We make mistakes. The Hagmans, they're not perfect. They tell the truth. VP Earthwatch, he makes mistakes, but he tells the truth. Mike Around the World, people hate on him forever. But everything he has said is going to happen. You guys know this has come to pass. Every one of them. I'm not perfect, but I tell the truth. Oh my God, you got Rick Wiles. I mean, we could go on forever. There's so many of them out here now that are doing the job of getting the message out, the truth, and the gospel of Jesus Christ mainly. Because Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And we win. And we're about ready to get the victory. These guys they're letting go hard. It's hard. They're having a hard time letting go. They're having a hard time. Had this been the shoe on the other foot, Heidi, Hillary Clinton would have already been declared president of the United States. Am I right? I mean, 2 hours ago, she'd already been on the stage right now celebrating, balloons in the air, the glass ceiling would have broke. But because it's Trump, they're going to cling and hold to every last second, hoping for somebody to cheat somewhere to save Hillary. Looking for some kind of a impossible miracle somewhere. Arizona, too close to call, even though Trump's ahead by 60,000 votes. Maine, they're going to have to split that one, so we have to wait and see how they split that one up. Michigan, Trump's now up 77,000 and they still won't give it to him. Minnesota, Clinton's up by 61,000. New Hampshire, I don't know who's ahead. Is that Clinton by 4,000 votes? Trump's leading Pennsylvania by 50,000 votes. Wisconsin, Trump's won it by 84,000 votes. And these guys still won't give it to him. Did it just say Trump's up by 77,000 votes in Pennsylvania or Michigan? He's going to win both of them. He's going to win Pennsylvania and Michigan, isn't he? He's going to win Pennsylvania. That was blue. That was solid blue. 1,700 people live on YouTube. We're getting ready to finally, at some point here, somebody's got to make the proclamation that Trump has won. I mean, you can sit around and wait for the slow count. But Pennsylvania, Heidi, what numbers do you have? I want to double check these numbers. What do you have on Pennsylvania? Let's find out where Heidi's at. Is Trump up 50,000 now? At 98 or 99%? It's over. Let's see. And that guy's going to cry. I forgot his name, but he's a real strong Democrat. Let's see. Now what you got to do is you got to heal the nation. I think I hear Leroy Carter now. Pastor, one thing's for sure: when this is over, we gotta heal the nation.
For Pennsylvania,
Yes.
I still have 98%, 2,800, or no, 2.812 mil for Donald,
Okay.
2.761 mil for Hillary.
Okay. So that's
I think that's the same.
okay. That would be 29 and 12. That would be 41,000 votes. So Trump is up by 41,000 votes with 2% to go.
Michigan's up to 85% now.
Okay, and what do you got on those numbers?
Donald has 48%, Hillary has 46.
Oh, all right. So he's going to win Michigan. He's going to win Michigan, and I think he's going to win Pennsylvania also. And New Hampshire won't matter then, of course. But maybe he'll sneak and get that, or maybe he don't. Wow. Wow. It's 1 o'clock. What about Alaska? Do we have any numbers here? I mean, he should have won Alaska by now. Just incredible. Maybe you don't. Wow. Wow. It's 1 o'clock. What about Alaska? Megan Kelly says we haven't called the election. We don't know why we haven't called the election. She says, why haven't we called the election? They haven't called the election because they're scared to call it, because the other two networks won't call it. Pennsylvania, Trump has a 50,000 vote lead with less than 2% to count. Trump. Yeah. So she's saying, what do you need to see to call the election? Why haven't we called the election? So she's walked back into the room where they do the calculating and asking Fox News, why haven't we called this election? In Michigan, he's up by almost 2%. Minnesota don't matter. So they're trying to find out. Fox wants to know, why haven't you called the election? With a 50,000 vote lead and less than 2% of the vote to count, Fox News wants to know, why hasn't the election been called? And Heidi Bagley wants to know why it ain't been called. So, you got to give Megan credit. She's back there asking the tough question now. Why ain't we called it? Somebody tell me why we haven't called it so we can get this thing done. It's over. Michigan, Trump's ahead by, that would be 58 plus 21. That's 70. Trump's ahead by 79,000 votes, but there's still 15% to count. So I can understand that. But Pennsylvania, it's real simple. Call Pennsylvania and call the election because it's over. So we'll wait and see what happens here. I don't know if they can find enough hanging chads now to cancel, to call this election. I've never checked to see what's going on at CNN. NBC has still not given Trump a reason. And CNN has, and MSNBC are holding out on Wisconsin. The Lord's in control. Great point. Okay, it's coming back. YouTube's coming back. Sorry about that, guys. We lost YouTube there for a little bit. Should be coming back on. Just let people know to refresh. We'll be back. If it's getting very late, and I do have a get up early. God and Clinton waiting just a little bit more for the final votes to get counted. Once they call